What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog. Just waiting on Eddie to get on Skype. I did want to start this on time, so once he's on there, we'll bring him in via the magic of television. Now, we didn't really get to rehearse much, so we'll just fly by the seat of our pants. But we'll talk Washington Redskins football. We'll get his thoughts on free agency, the draft, the NFC East. All that stuff. Obviously, we'll talk Giants, Redskins, because you all know we own them. But, it's all good, man. Who do we got in the chat? Moose Kamal's here. Danny, Ali Brandy, 301, Twan's in the house. Punkum, my boy. White Lotus, Mr. Mini Guy. Josh Eskin, what's going on? Chuck Sharts. There we go. He is on right now, I believe. So let's get him in here. Nope, it still doesn't say he's... There we go. There we go. He's just got to pick it up now, and we're good to go. You there, brother?
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's going on? You got your camera on here?
Yeah.
I don't see. There we go. All right, let's bring Mr. Oliver in here. What's good, man? How you doing? Turn this up a little bit. All right. Bring him in here. This is, again, the magic of television, guys. Oops. What did I just do here? Get rid of this. All right. I put the wrong thing here. There he is. Shrink him down a little bit. Clip this. All right, man. You're on with the Bad Day Dizzle. What's going on, my man? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I heard you a second ago. I get no volume. I cannot hear Mr. Oliver. The Phillies ace, man. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly says fly, Eagles fly. Giants and Redskins stink. Stella! I'm waiting for Ed to fix his microphone there. I can't hear you. I heard him at first. You guys heard him. What's up with your mic, brother? I don't know what's going on with his mic. What is going on here? I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I heard him before. I heard you when you started. I don't hear you at all now. I'm going to have to... Do you hear me? You do hear me. I can't hear you. Let me call you back. All right? All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again. I don't know what happened there. Now, you guys heard him when I first called, right? I heard him. Let's try this again. I don't know what happened there. All right.
You hear me?
I hear you now. Yeah, let me bring you in here. Hold on a second.
All right. Hail to the Redskins.
Yeah. All right, let me try this again. Let me bring you in here. Hold on 1 second. Let me bring you in here.
All right.
Where is this? This.
Some technical difficulties.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens out again. There we go. All right. Bring this down a little bit. That. There we go. What's going on, man? How you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. Hail to the Redskins, man.
Hail to the Redskins. All right. You see what jersey I'm wearing today? Yeah. All right.
That's a nice jersey. It's a nice jersey.
How you holding up with all this COVID-19 and everything, man? How you doing? How's your family? Everything good? You guys?
Oh, yeah. Everybody's good. It sucks, more family time,
Yeah. I hear you.
Watching some old games here and there and stuff like that.
I hear you. Missing sports yet? You missing all this stuff yet?
Yeah, man. I mean, I know you'll be doing some NBA streams right now, man.
I'd be doing it
know?
right. Oh man, OGR Sports, thank you so much for the super chat. I got hard cider tonight. I don't even know why I'm drinking this. Brilly, man. I appreciate that so much, man. He says, typical Redskins fan, just like their team, dysfunctional. All kidding aside, Ed Oliver, excellent YouTuber, Stella Baddog, OGR, man. Thank you so much for the $25. Boom! And Loco Jackson YT says, Brilly, my good man says, HTTR, what up, Ed?
What's up, Loco? Hail to the Skins.
Loco, thank you for the $2. Boom! All right. We got those out of the way. OGR, man, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I really do appreciate it. So, Ed, let me ask you this. I've been wanting to work with you for a long time anyway, so thank you, first and foremost, for taking some time out of your day, coming over here, hanging out with me and all the Giants fans. I hope you brought some of your Skins fans over, too.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll just ask you a quick question like I did with Brunson last week, and then we'll get into the draft, free agency, the NFC East, all this stuff. So I like to ask Brunson and anybody that I work with for the first time, because I like to know myself. What made you decide to start a YouTube channel? What made you decide to start doing YouTube? Like, what made you want to start doing videos?
Yeah, so I mean, you watch the guys on First Take every day, and you watch, guys like Troy Aikman and Joe Buck, and you're like, okay, they're saying the same stuff I'm saying, or it's like, what are these guys talking about?
Right.
And when you watch it, you hear them talk about the Redskins, they just sound like they don't know what they're talking about. So I was like, all right, let me just make my own channel. And it's really easy. All you got to do is really take your phone and just record yourself, and you can talk about sports. I mean, so that started. I actually went to school for it. So
nice.
I went to school to talk sports, really, like broadcast and stuff like that. So I started doing this, and then it took off. Like I had like 100 views. Then I did a couple reaction videos. It just went up to like 1,000 views. It kept going up, and I was like, all right, I'll just keep it going. And then it just turned into this big thing. So.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. And did you think it would? I mean, you've grown really fast.
Yeah.
Like real fast. Like last year when I saw you, might have, like you said, you might have had 300-400 subscribers. Like I found you when you were new, and now you're like 7,000 subscribers. You get like 7,000 views a video, man. You're killing it over there, which is awesome. So it's good stuff, man. Good stuff. Any Redskins video makers that you could recommend that somebody like might not know in here? Because like I know you, I know HTTR, and that's really it. Like I don't know any other Redskins video makers besides you.
Yeah. There's some guys on the come up. There's Skins Fan All Day. There's Pedro Schmidt. There's Lil Juan Gotti.
I know Juan
There's
Gotti.
a couple guys who are up and coming right now.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some football talk. First and foremost, the draft. The draft. Now you are set on taking Chase Young, correct? That is the guy you want. You want anybody else? Chase Young's your guy.
Oh yeah, Chase, man. Unless it's 3 first-round picks in a second round, then yeah, we got to get Chase Young. I'm so happy you guys beat us in the Chase Young Bowl. I was so happy. I was like, yeah, Danny, go ahead and throw another touchdown. We'll take Chase Young.
So let me ask you this: if you by chance, and I think you're taking Chase Young, I think that's a slam dunk. I don't think there's any question about it. Chase Young's gonna be a Redskin. If they did, for whatever reason, trade that pick or decided to go quarterback, how would you react if they passed on him and went somewhere else? Say they took Isaiah Simmons instead of Chase Young. How would you?
I would be pissed. I'd be pissed if they took Isaiah. Isaiah's really good though. He's really good.
Yeah.
But I would be pissed. It'd probably be like one of your legendary reactions.
Yeah, everybody's asking me this year. They're like, Baddog, who can we draft that you're going to get the Daniel Jones reaction you got last year? I said, I'm not going to react like that no matter what happens this year. I said, if we take Derek Brown, I'll be pissed. If we take a wide receiver, I'll be pissed. If we take Mekhi Becton, I won't be happy. I said, but you're not going to get the Daniel Jones thing. I do want Isaiah Simmons. I love Isaiah Simmons. I think that kid is an absolute beast, without a doubt. So when you go forward into like second, third, fourth round, is there other guys you want to target? Like who else you looking for in the draft? You thought about that? Yeah, got past the first round. How far did you get into the draft? And like who are the guys you're looking at a little later in the draft?
Yeah, there's a receiver, Chase Claypool out of Notre Dame, Michael Pittman out of USC. There's Gandy Golden out of Liberty. He's a receiver. But we need tight end like bad. There's Adam Troutman out of Dayton. Bryson Hopkins. We need a tight end like really bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
So,
what about left tackle like Trent Williams? Obviously.
oh yeah.
You guys have
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna. We might draft one. There's the guy Sadiq Charles out of LSU. He's pretty good. He got suspended for 6 games, so I don't know what happened there. But I think ultimately we're gonna pick up Jason Peters from the Eagles.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking. Like a 1 year deal. He's like 38 or something like that.
Yeah, but for a fill-in, I mean, 1 year deals can never hurt you, really.
Yeah. Right.
How do you feel like the Redskins in free agency? What would you think about their free agent moves?
I wasn't the biggest fan. I had to calm down myself a little bit because we were signing guys you never heard of. Honestly, we had Richard Rodgers, the tight end. He was on IR for like 2 years in a row.
Was he a Packer? Was he a Packer? Where did he come from?
Yeah. He came in the Packer. He's the guy who called like a Hail Mary a couple years ago or something like that. And then there's Logan Thomas, the tight end. We didn't get Austin Hooper, so I was pissed about that a little bit. We tried because did you hear about the Amari Cooper thing where we tried to get Amari Cooper for like $23 million a year, and then he decided to stay with the Cowboys.
Wow, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we actually offered him more money than the Cowboys. I honestly didn't want Amari Cooper because we all know how Amari Cooper kind of fades away in big games, kind of like how Dak does. Like he'll drop some passes here and there.
Yep.
But I mean, I give Ron like a C minus. I think some guys just don't even want to come to the Redskins, and if you want to get them, then you gotta overpay them, kind of like the old days with Snyder.
Right. Same thing with us. I think a lot of because the Redskins. Let's face it, man. Both of our teams have sucked for years. To be honest, I mean we're bad. I mean I'm waiting for the days like you're a lot younger than me, so I'm waiting for the days when I was a kid growing up in the '80s and it was Redskins Giants. So I don't have a problem with the Redskins like I do the other teams. Like I hate with every fiber line being the Eagles and the Cowboys. Hate them. I don't hate the Redskins. I like to needle the Redskins. I don't like the Redskins, but I can honestly tell you, Super Bowl 22 and Super Bowl 26, I was rooting for you guys. I will never root for the Cowboys or Eagles in the Super Bowl. I rooted for the Redskins both times they were there because I loved Joe Gibbs. I love Joe Gibbs. Mr. Right Man, thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it. Brilly. Skins need to take a quarterback or trade down and eat their peas with Haskins. Go Cowboys. What do you think of that?
Nah. Yeah, the Cowboys, they got their own problems with quarterback. I'm telling you. It's going to be a whole Kirk Cousins situation with Dak. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, they're going to have to pay Dak. If Tannehill's getting $32 million,
they're
going to have to pay Dak some money. But that raises another good question. What do you think about Dwayne Haskins? Do you think Dwayne Haskins can make it? What do you think the problem was last year? Do you think Ron Rivera can right their ship?
I like Dwayne Haskins. I think he's still young. There's a lot of maturing he has to do with the selfie thing. He has to grow up a little bit. But no, in the game he had against you guys, he went 7 for 7 to start out, 12 for 15. So he had a good game there. And then the Eagles game, I know both teams, their secondaries weren't good, but Eagles game, he had a good game as the Eagles, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And Jay Gruden just didn't. Jay Gruden couldn't give 2 rats behind about Haskins.
Yeah, he didn't want Haskins.
It just showed, and Haskins didn't take it well either. Haskins isn't 100% innocent.
Yeah.
When he came in against you guys through the 3 picks, and then he came against the Vikings through the pick in the second half. I kind of through the Jay Gruden games. I was talking with Fisk yesterday, and I was like, let's throw away the Jay Gruden games. Where the coach just didn't give any crap about him.
Right.
And then we had the interim coach come in, and he was kind of forced to start him, because the season was over. So it was like, let's just, throw a kid in there. And he gradually got better. The first couple games were rough, but he didn't turn over the ball.
Right.
I think when he came in, he was like, I don't want to turn over football anymore. So he got over that, got the jitters out, and then he finally started playing better. So, I mean, and nowadays everybody wants to do the Josh Rosen thing. Yeah. I don't believe in that theory all the time. It doesn't work for everybody, so I want to give Haskins a chance.
Yeah, you should. Let's just get to a couple super chats. Jersey Joey, thank you for the super chat, man. Brilly. He says, coffee talk, Landon Collins safety, discuss. And Cyan Richard stayed home sick. I don't know what happened, and maybe see the doc. Oh, God, I hope you're okay, Richard. I hope you're okay. I know he's a delivery man, so hopefully you're safe and everything's good. Thank you guys for the $5 and a $2. Booms! Brilly. Landon Collins. I hate Landon Collins. I've hated Landon Collins since he was a Giant. Everybody says, did you feel the same way about him when he was a Giant? I never liked Landon Collins, ever. I hated him. I thought he was overrated. I think he's a bum. I think he sucks, and he doesn't shut his mouth about us for whatever reason. You paid him $84 million for 6 years. How do you feel about Landon Collins? What do you think about that contract? Since everybody, they always say if you want to get a rise out of me, talk about Landon Collins because I can't stand him. I really can't.
Well, he got 6 years, 84 mil. So not a lot of it is guaranteed. So you got to look at the actual words in the contract.
Yeah.
It's not like an Albert Hainsworth where it's like 10 years. It's like a baseball contract.
Right.
You know, I mean, but Landon had a solid season. He had 117 tackles. I'm not expecting him to cover. I'm not expecting one-on-one. You know, I'm not expecting him to go out there and shut down Evan Ingram, or shut down Zach Ertz.
You don't have to worry about that. Evan Ingram will shut himself down with injuries. You ain't got to worry about that.
So I'm not expecting to throw Landon Collins out there and cover someone, but I mean he's I don't want to call him a box safety, but that's his best thing is to go up there and tackle.
Would you guys consider moving up to money bag? That was my contention with the Giants. I was like, the closer he gets to the line of scrimmage, the better he is. Why don't they try him in a money backer spot? I mean, is that something you think the Skins would consider?
I think now, since we have a better coach, a better defensive coach, the last coach and coordinator was just terrible. Right. So, I mean, having Del Rio, Del Rio could be a head coach if he really wanted to be. I'm happy with those guys. I mean, I trust them with Landon. I think they're going to have Landon Collins play a lot better than what he used to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always joke around and say the last interception Landon Collins had was 2.5 years ago, and he picked off Travis Kelce. So he doesn't intercept anything, man. Mr. Rice, Mr. Wright, thank you for the super chat. Brilly says, Collins is a real slappable face. I agree. I'd like to smack him. Of course, he'd kick the hell out of me. He's a lot bigger than me. But thank you for the $2. Boom! I can sit back here and talk about him all I want. I ain't saying nothing. That guy's face is a big boy. What do you think about Josh Norman? You guys, you happy you released him, or did you want him to stay there? I mean, he did do well with Ron Rivera. Should you have kept him on, or is it good to get rid of him?
It is good. He was like the worst statistical corner. We actually picked up a pretty bad. I mean, I'm not gonna say Darby's terrible, but we picked him up. He was pretty bad statistically too. But Josh Norman was terrible. He was that was his worst. I think he might have been the worst corner in the league, the worst starting corner. He just got slower and slower. His first 2 years were decent. Never made a Pro Bowl, but he definitely was one of those contract guys where he was a contract bust. He was probably a free agent bust.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the last game they wanted to do they wanted him to be a healthy scratch, but he was just there, and we didn't even play him. And then we put him in the last game against the Eagles, and somebody caught a touchdown on him. I was like, wow, So he helped out with the Chase Young campaign, helping us lose. In games.
I'll tell you, both the Redskins and the Giants are they're pretty bad at picking up free agents. It doesn't seem like anybody we pick up as a free agent, either team really works out well for us. By the way, guys, thank you so much, guys and girls, for joining tonight. If you have not subscribed to my man Ed Oliver, the link to his channel is in my description. So go in the description, click on the link, sub up his channel. Great Redskins video maker. Maybe one of my mods can even throw it in the chat there. But definitely sub him up. Like I said, the link is in the description. So sub him up if you have not done so. NFC East again. Which team do you hate the most in this division?
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys organization, and then Eagles fans that really. Ever since I got on YouTube, it's gotten worse, man. I'm telling you, they're so cocky. Like every free agent pickup they make is the biggest move I've ever. Like the Darius Slay pickup, he's supposed to be the next coming of Deion Sanders or Santi Samuel or some shutdown corner. They'll pick up some bums and act like they picked up the next coming of a first team all pro or something. I'm like, what is going on?
It's so true. That's why I'm laughing. Not to mention, I don't know if you've ever seen any of my videos, and I'm sure you've noticed this, Eagle fans. Everybody's going to be an Eagle. Everybody, whether they're even available or not. Clowney was going to be an Eagle, and Ngakoue was going to be an Eagle, OBJ was going to be an Eagle, Hopkins was going to be an Eagle. They're all going to be Eagles. Michael Jordan was going to be an Eagle. Dan Marino was going to be an Eagle. Pat Mahomes is on his way over there. And you're right, every time they get somebody, immediately top 5 at their position. No matter where they came from or how bad they are. Top 5. That's why I got to needle them a little bit. I hate the Eagles. And as a matter of fact, it's ridiculous. I actually have NFL Network on, and they're showing the 2010 Miracle on the Meadowlands 2 when we blew that 31-10 lead in the fourth quarter. I don't know why I even have that on over here.
Right.
But it's absolutely it's insane, man. It is It's insane. How old are you, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
I was born in '93, so
Oh God,
26. Yeah,
jeez, young fella.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got a son your age.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, anything else you want to talk about, man? Or you can take some questions from the chat. Like,
Oh
you
man.
got any questions for me? Any Giant stuff?
Yeah. So I mean, what do you think about Danny? Danny Dimes. What's his weakness and what's his biggest strengths? You would
Well,
say.
his weakness obviously is the fumbles. I mean, he
Yeah.
fumbles
Yeah.
a lot. He has a tendency to hold on the ball a little too long, and I think that's because he doesn't want to make a mistake.
Uh,
I'll be honest, I thought he played well. I think a lot of his strengths, he's very accurate down the field,
mhm.
and he is an accurate passer, and he's accurate on the run. I don't feel like your coach didn't utilize Haskins correctly. I feel like Shermer did. I didn't think he utilized Daniel Jones correctly,
Mhm.
especially with a poor offensive line, where he should have been rolling out and using his mobility. They should have been using play action rollouts and hitting their tight ends down the seam, or holding the defense, whatever. And they just didn't do a lot of that. But I think that
Mhm.
Daniel Jones, I think his arm strength is better than people gave him credit for. And I mean, doesn't have the strongest arm, but people acted like the guy couldn't. He threw like a girl. He doesn't throw like
Uh,
a girl at all. But
right.
his strength to me is his accuracy downfield. He's very accurate downfield. So
Mhm.
things to build on. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a rookie. So
Mhm.
we have a lot of young quarterbacks and a lot of young running backs in this division. So it should
Mhm.
be a lot of fun going forward. Well, I do have a question for you though. Again, speaking of young guys, what do you think about Darius Geis? I mean, what is his situation?
He's a wild card. He's super talented. He might be the most talented running back on our team because I mean I love Adrian Peterson, but I mean you can't be 40 years old and play forever. It's not like Tom Brady. It's a position where it's surprising that he's playing this long. But to get back to Geis, there's a little bit of maturity issues there too with Geis. Twitter, Instagram, he can get a little caught up
Mm.
with that stuff too, and then injuries. It's just I think he's only played 3 games in his 2-year career, and that's really really bad. He gets pissed off when people call him injury prone, but it's kind of hard to not call him that. I mean, it's like every time you step on the field, it's like it's an MCL injury, it's an ACL injury, it's just whatever you call a ligament injury. So I mean, if he's on the field, he's going to get at least 50 to 100 yards. But the problem is he going to be on the field.
Right.
You never know.
I see a couple guys mentioning Bryce Love in the chat. What do you feel about
Oh
Bryce
yeah,
Love?
Bryce Love. It's another injury guy. We started to draft these injury guys, like injury history. That's the big thing with Tua. That's why we're not going with Tua.
Mm-hmm.
I think because of RG3 thing, Geis, Bryce, all the torn ACLs, Alex Smith now getting injured. We just don't need any more guys with injury history. That's the last thing we need to do is get Tua with a hip injury and all this other stuff going on.
Yeah, it's crazy. You guys do get beat up a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy how much they get beat up. Adrian Peterson's the whole reason I'm an Oklahoma Sooners fan. I mean,
Right.
I loved Adrian Peterson in college. I never really rooted for a college team, and I just watched a bunch of college football, and I remember seeing him play for the first time. Like, wow, this kid's amazing. Every week I wanted to watch him play, so I just kind of started following Oklahoma because he was there, and I ended up becoming a Sooners fan. But I mean, I love Adrian Peterson. That guy is one of the probably the like most physically dominant running back I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
He was ridiculous. I mean, he's a big back, which you don't usually see running backs that are 6'2", 6'3", and last as long as he does. I mean, that guy's had 2 ACL injuries, and the second one he came off of, he almost broke Eric Dickerson's rushing record. I mean, it's just insane. Yeah. That guy's not human. That guy's not human.
Yeah, I saw Brunson had a question. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but
I missed
I
him.
know, the big Eagles YouTuber.
Of course, I worked with Brunson last week, as a matter of fact, so I didn't see what he said.
Yeah, but yeah, Bryce Love. But what do you think about Evan Ingram?
I honestly don't think the Giants are going to keep Evan Ingram around. There's another guy that's injury prone all the time. He can't block to save his life. And, he's just no good. I can't see the Giants giving him a big extension, 4 years, $40 million, $45 million. I can't see them doing that. He was hurt last year, and Caden Smith came in and had a really good rapport with Daniel Jones. And I don't really know Jason Garrett. I mean, maybe he can turn Evan Ingram into something. Jason Witten was one of the best receiving tight ends we've ever seen. So I'm hopeful that Jason Garrett can make Ingram into a star, but Ingram's got to stay in the field. I mean, he can't produce if he's not on the field. So I don't know if the Giants would want to give him all that money, especially if Caden Smith can play. And, if he's doing well, there's no reason to keep Evan Ingram. Maybe you could trade him and get, a fourth-round pick or third round at the most. You're not going to get any more than that. I don't know what the compensatory pick would be for him, but, if you're getting a third-round compensatory pick for Ingram, I say let him walk. I'm not the biggest fan of Evan Ingram. I thought it was a bad draft pick when Reese took him. We didn't need a tight end, and especially a guy that doesn't block. His physical attributes are amazing. I mean, the guy ran a faster 40 than Odell Beckham. So I don't know, but I'm just not a fan of Evan Ingram. They could let him walk for all I care, man.
Right. Yeah.
Cody Collins, man, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate it. Brilly. So what up, Bad Dog? Fan of Ed too. Cool to see the collab. Yeah, it's awesome, man. I want to work with Ed for a long time, so I'm glad we were able to get this done. I want to try to do this every week with a different YouTuber that I haven't worked with, or I'd like to get a Cowboys fan on here. I got to look into doing StreamYard where I can get like one of each. Get a Cowboys fan, an Eagles fan, a Redskins fan. That'd be fun. Get one from each guy in the NFC East, man. That would be that'd be pretty awesome.
Right.
Pretty awesome. Have you collabed with anybody else besides like myself and Fisk?
Of course I did Mark Holmes.
You did? Nice.
Yeah, did Mark Holmes last year.
Yeah. Yeah, Mark's a good dude. I worked with Mark a couple times. I like him. I got to work with him again, man. He's pretty funny.
Yeah, he is.
I can't wait for the Cowboys to go down the tubes. I can't wait for that. And
how do you feel about the Joe Judge hiring?
At first I was thinking to myself, why did they hire this guy? I wanted Matt Rule. I mean, that was the guy that I wanted initially. But once I heard their press conferences, I thought the Giants dodged a bullet with Matt Rule. I didn't like Matt Rule's press conference at all. And it sounded like he was more about getting paid than football. Joe Judge, to me, said a couple things that I really liked. He said, we're not going to play a scheme. We're going to play, depending on our opponent. Every week, he said, we're not going to have a game plan. It's going to depend on who we're playing. Daniel Jones may throw the ball 40 times one game, and we may rush 10 times, or vice versa. I like that he said, don't tell me what my players can't do. Tell me what they can do. And he said, we're here to teach. They're here to teach. He sounds like a football guy to me. He made me want to run through a wall. He says, we're going to punch you in the nose for 60 minutes. Like, I like that old school philosophy, and I think that the coordinators he brought in were good. Like, I know a lot of people make fun of Jason Garrett, myself included. As a head coach, but as a coordinator, he was damn good. And if you look what he did with Tony Romo, he turned him into a star. And Dak Prescott's a fourth-round pick that ended up he's probably a top 10 quarterback. I mean, he'd be at the bottom of the top 10, but I can't think of 10 quarterbacks better than Dak Prescott right now. So if he can take those talents and make them into something great, because Tony Romo, I don't even think was drafted, and
he was either.
I'm hopeful that he can do it with Daniel Jones, and hoping he can, take Daniel Jones to the next step. But you got all Ivy League head coaches, all these guys, Patrick Graham, Joe Judge, Jason Garrett, they all went to Ivy League school. So obviously it's quite a brain trust there, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, guys can talk, and talk is one thing, but it's got to translate onto the field. So we'll see what he does. I can't say, like some guys say, do you think he'll be a good coach? I don't know. I like his philosophy, but that doesn't necessarily translate into wins. I like that he came. The one thing I can say about Joe Judge, he coached under both Saban and Belichick. That's pretty good. You're learning from those two guys.
Yeah. And you guys got Colt McCoy.
Yeah, big Colt. Texas Longhorn there. Big Colt. Yeah, I mean, it's a one-year deal. It's a backup quarterback.
Yeah,
I mean, you're not looking to set the world on fire with your backup quarterback. Oh, by the way, how did you feel about the Ron Rivera hire? What did you think of that?
Oh, I loved it. It was A+ hire.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he was the best available guy. I mean, some guys wanted Eric Bieniemy from the Chiefs, which was pretty cool too. But we need a discipline bad, because Jay Gruden was like, he wasn't a good disciplinarian. I mean, I don't know if you saw the video with him smoking the joint, but
I didn't see that one. No, I didn't miss that one.
Yeah, it was Jay Gruden smoking a J, but he had no discipline at all. So we need a Ron who's a disciplinarian. I mean, if you can get Cam Newton to straighten up and wear a tie and
Right.
get ready for games. Not saying Cam was a bad guy or anything like that, but Cam came a long way. So if you were able to get Cam Newton to grow up and play well, I mean, I think you should be able to do the same thing with Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything against Dwayne Haskins. I personally wasn't a fan. I mean, I didn't want the Giants to draft him. I didn't want the Giants to draft Daniel Jones either. I actually said going into the draft, unless we're drafting Kyler Murray, I don't want a quarterback. I want a Josh Allen. This is why I got so mad at the Daniel Jones pick, because I dreamed of Josh Allen coming to the Giants and never thought in a million years he'd fall to us, ever. I'm thinking maybe we can get White, but I'm like, White's probably going to go to Tampa Bay. So when the Raiders took Clelin Ferrell, I'm going, oh my God, Josh Allen's going to be there at 6. And then when they took Daniel Jones, it's like my mind couldn't process what the hell just happened, and I lost my ever-loving mind. I never thought in a million years that video would go viral. And, it's just funny. People recognize me from that video, and I'm like, that's not my proudest moment, obviously.
Right.
But, of course, it's just amazing. A reaction like that goes viral. A happy reaction, nobody gives a damn about. People love your pain. They love your pain. Cody Collins, thank you for the super chat, my man. Brilly, my good man. I know that he might not have been here at the beginning of the stream, but he says, your thoughts on the Skins taking Isaiah Simmons instead of Chase Young?
Once again, I'd be pissed. We would be the laughing stock of the league if we passed up on Chase Young. We would be the laughing stock. But once again, Simmons is good. You would get a good player. But passing up on the generational talent like a Chase Young who could get you 12, 13 sacks in a season, you got to take that guy. And he's more important than a linebacker. He can play all positions, but I'd rather take Chase Young right now.
Chase is an absolute stud. I mean, there's just no doubt about that. I mean, that's obviously the guy. I mean, a lot of Giants fans wanted Chase Young as well. Now, I always laugh. There's some guys that'll sit there and say, "Oh, Chase Young didn't perform in big games at Ohio State," and I'm like, "You do?" I'm like, "Did you actually watch the games? Did you realize Chase Young was getting double and triple teamed?"
Right,
and at that point, it's his teammates' job to make a play. This guy's getting 2 and 3 guys. He's not Lawrence Taylor. There'll be 3 guys. Lawrence Taylor didn't stop him. Okay, that guy was otherworldly. Okay, but Chase Young's human. He's not LT. Right? Nobody's LT. Isaiah Simmons isn't LT. You'll never see LT again in your life. Okay, but I'm like, he got double and triple teamed. Like Michigan was triple teaming him, for crying out loud. Somebody else needs to make a play. I love Chase Young. I really don't want you guys to get him. I'm hoping that ownership screws it up, because your ownership is not really great. What do you think about your owner? That's a good question. What do you think about Daniel Snyder? Like me, I hate James Dolan to the Knicks. I can't stand him. How do you feel about your owner? Like, I'm not high on our owners either, but what do you think about Daniel Snyder?
Well, James Dolan, he contracted the virus.
Yes, he did.
I heard.
Yes, he did.
So I know a lot of Knicks fans were unfortunately happy about that, but Dan Snyder, I think he's starting to finally understand. This is probably the last straw, because he ran Shanahan out of town. He ran trying to think who else he ran. He ran a lot of guys out of town, and him getting guys like Albert Hainsworth, Deion Sanders,
Adam
Archuleta. We had Jason Taylor.
Yeah.
All the old washed up guys. So I mean, I think this free agency told us that Ron is actually running the show, because we didn't get any big names. If we would have got all the big names, and obviously it's a Dan Snyder show. So, but Dan said he wants Chase Young, and the thing is, Chase Young is from Maryland, and same thing with Dwayne Haskins. So he's liking this local thing, which I don't have a problem with either. I kind of like it. So Dan wants Chase Young. That's what the real reports I'm hearing. I don't think he wants Tua, because he actually overruled Jay Gruden to get Dwayne Haskins.
Yes, he did.
So I don't think he would give up on Haskins. He already overruled a lot of guys to get Haskins last year. So I think Chase Young is the pick.
Let me ask you this. Say, for whatever, not that it would ever happen in a million years. Say Cincinnati doesn't take Joe Burrow.
That is crazy. That would be crazy, yeah.
What if they took Chase Young? Would you be interested in Joe Burrow?
That's a tough one. I mean, Haskins beat out Joe Burrow in Ohio State. That's the funny thing about it. And I mean, Haskins had a similar season, and like Joe Burrow did. They both had 50 touchdowns to 8 picks or something like that. So I mean, quarterback can be a crapshoot. It really can. You can be a number 1 pick and be a bust like a Trubisky or like a Ryan Leaf. You just never know. So I would try to trade back if Burrow is up there, because a team is going to get desperate. Because the Lions, I don't think the Lions would want to get. You guys don't want them either. The Dolphins might want them, maybe the Chargers. So I would try to get like as much picks as I could and try to trade back.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. That would be smart.
Yeah.
If Joe Burrow was there, then people are gonna fight him. I think that's a done deal. I think Cincinnati already called it in and said, yeah, we're gonna take Joe Burrow for sure, without a doubt. There'd be no reason not to. I saw Johnny T asked. He said, there it is, right there. He says, Bad Dog, I'm wondering if Ed was rooting for the Redskins in the Chase Young Bowl.
No, if you watch some of my videos, I was like, yes, we lost, yes.
So let me ask you this, okay? Because I know there's Giants fans out there that got a mic. Well, they're not really good Giants fans and are pretty poor video makers. But some of these guys were upset at Giants fans because we were talking about Chase Young, not even rooting for the Giants to tank. Just saying Chase Young is the guy we want. If we're going to throw this season away and we lose, oh well. Big deal. We'll end up with Chase Young. We'll take Chase Young. Did anybody get on your case because you say I wanted to lose that game and so we could get Chase Young in a throwaway season? In week 13 or 14, whenever we played, 15, whenever we played. Anybody get on your case about that?
Yeah, it was kind of like a darn if you do, darn if you don't thing. Because remember when I think both of us were still in the hunt when the Cowboys lost to the Bears and the Eagles lost to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And we were still like
mathematically there.
Of getting in the playoffs. And people were mad at me because I was like, guys, we can make playoffs. We were like, oh no, you need to be quiet because there's like no way we're gonna make it. So people were getting mad at me for being optimistic. And then people get mad at me for being realistic. With you might as well just tank because we're already out of the freaking playoffs. You might as well get the best. It's just like the NBA. I mean, if you're going to tank for Zion, of course I'm going to tank for Zion.
Yeah.
Of course I'm going to tank for Chase, and of course I'm going to tank for LeBron or somebody like that.
Yeah. No, you
stickers and trust in the process. You might as well if you already eliminated from playoff contention. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah. You said it. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I mean, it really is. If you're realistic, people get on your ass about why aren't you optimistic about the Giants? And I'm like, I'm a realistic guy. Why are you so down on the Giants? And then you say, oh, the Giants are on a roll, and they're like, oh, you got to slow your roll, man. We beat two bad teams, and Tampa Bay missed field goals, and that's why you won that game. And it doesn't matter that Daniel Jones' first game he had 4 total touchdowns. You got to calm down. It's one game. It's just funny. It was Jets fans telling me that. And then Sam Darnold has a game where he throws 4 touchdowns or whatever, and they beat the Cowboys. Like, oh, how about Sam Darnold, Bad Dog? I'm like, yeah, Sam Darnold stinks. I don't like Sam Darnold. Let's put that out there. Sam Darnold does stink.
Right.
All right. Favorite Redskins player of all time?
Ooh. Oh, that's a tough one. Darryl Green's up there.
Loved him.
Art Monk is up there. I'll throw Doug Williams in there too. I'll throw Bobby Mitchell in there. He just passed away the other day. Johnny Riggins. I had to gotta say
the Diesel. The Diesel. How do you not love it? If you're a football fan, you love John Riggins.
Yeah, gotta say John Riggins. I'll throw an old guy in there, Sonny Jurgensen. There's Dexter Manley. There's guys like that. Probably forgetting some guys, but yeah, I had to throw. A recent guy, of course, Sean Taylor.
Yep.
Gotta say Sean Taylor.
Yeah.
And then Clinton Portis. Clinton Portis was an interesting guy.
He was a beast.
He was an interesting guy while he was here. So, and I'll throw in RG3 for that one magical year.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. Hello, Christy. How you doing? Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you everybody for joining the stream. But I figure we'll talk for a couple more minutes. We'll take some questions from the chat. Me. I mean, when I was growing up, like I said, I had all the respect in the world for those Redskins teams in the 80s. And the Giants and Redskins from like 1982 through 1992 were the best teams in the East. I mean, between us, I think we won 4 Super Bowls and played in 5. And it was pretty much our division every year. One of us was winning the division pretty much from 82 to 1991 or whatever, before the Cowboys took it over in 92. But I loved Ricky Sanders. I loved the posse. Ricky Sanders, Art Monk, Gary Clark. Again, I was a big fan of Doug Williams, and I loved Charles Mann and Wilbur Marshall. I loved. I mean, I know he came from the Bears, but I loved him. Darryl Green was one of my favorite players of all time. I always loved the cornerbacks. I played cornerback in high school, and I always loved the corners. I mean, I always say Eric Allen's one of my all-time favorite players, even though he's an Eagle, but I always say he's a Saint Raider. To hell with the Eagles. But yeah, I had a lot of respect for those Redskins team. I loved Joe Gibbs as a head coach. And like I said, when they played Super Bowl 22, I was 11 years old or 12 years old. I was 11 back in early 1988. And then, of course, they played the Bills. I rooted for the Redskins both times. I have no problem rooting for them. I should. But those other two teams, the Cowboys and Eagles, I root my ass off against them. I hate them.
Yeah. We didn't have to worry about the Eagles winning the Super Bowl until a couple years ago. They just got one Super Bowl.
I know. Who's your favorite Giant of all time? Do you have one?
LT, of course. Jeremy Shockey was an entertaining guy. That's kind of who I grew up watching when I was like you said, like 11 years old. I was watching like Jeremy Shockey and like Amani Toomer, Tiki Barber. Those are the guys that I grew up watching. But yeah, probably LT.
Yeah. Blue Jackets talk, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it, brother. Brilly, my good man. He says, what pick for the Giants would scare Ed the most? Who's one player you don't want us to get?
Isaiah Simmons, man, he's gonna be a pretty nasty guy, and if you guys use him the right way, then he can be he can change the game too. Yeah. He should be able to change.
I love our fan base. I would imagine your fan base is all Chase Young. Like they all want you. Do you hear any other Redskins? Like our fan base is split 50-50 pretty much.
Right.
50% of us want Isaiah Simmons, including myself. 50% want the offensive tackle, whether it be, pretty much it's Wills and Andrew Thomas. Wirfs is there. Really, the lesser of it's Mekhi Becton. I'd say like 10% of the guys that want to tackle want Mekhi Becton, but mostly it's Jedrick Wills, Andrew Thomas. Is there anybody in your Redskins fan base, video maker, somebody you know that wants somebody other than Chase Young?
Oh, there's a lot of guys. There's guys that message me all the time, and like, I want Isaiah Simmons, and I'm like, it's too early. You can't get him at 2. If we were at 4, like, say we would have beat you guys in that game, we would have ended up being 3 or 4.
Right.
Of course, I'd be like, oh, let's get Isaiah Simmons, but not at number 2. But there's a lot of people. There's a little small percentage. There's a lot of people want to trade back. Honestly, a lot of people we have more holes and needs, and
same here,
rather than just one person. But I'm like, no, this is a process. It's gonna take like 2 to 3 years for us to get relevant again. So you might as well just get the best player right now, and then start building, getting multiple picks after that.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Like us, I think if the Lions don't do it, I think we're in a prime position to trade back. Like in pretty much 2 of my mock drafts, I've had the Giants trade them back with Los Angeles to get the 6th and 37th overall, which I think would be perfect because then to me, we can get Simmons. You get the best center in Cesar Ruiz, or you can get Cushenberry. You get one of the top 2 centers in the draft in the second round, and then you can go a bunch of different ways. If Gross Matos is there at 37, you take him. You go Denzel Mims or Chase Claypool if he falls at 37, because at that point you've had an extra second round pick. Maybe they go Grant Delpit out of LSU. There's a lot of things the Giants can do. Maybe they take 36, 37 and go back up into the first round and get an Andrew Thomas in the middle rounds if they can swing that somehow. So I always love the draft because you never know what's going to happen. You think you got it locked. But obviously nobody knows because these ESPN analysts and all these guys, they have mock draft number 27A, 27.1A. How many mock drafts do these guys do to try to get it right? So, it's crazy. I mean, how far do you look into the draft? Do you go deep into the draft? Do you research it a lot? Or you just kind of know like the big name players? Is there a sleeper you're looking at later in the late rounds that you want the Redskins to get?
I've really looked at the receivers. I haven't looked at some of the linemen or anybody like that, but the receivers, because this is supposed to be like the best receiver class in like years. There's some guy named James Prochet at SMU. There's like the Gandy Golden guy.
Yeah.
There's John Hightower out of Boise State. I love
him. I love Hightower myself.
He's like a kick return specialist, punt return specialist, and he's like 6'4" or something like that. He's actually from Maryland too. He's really darn good. There's just some other. There's Quentin Cephas out of Wisconsin. He's a receiver. There's some guy out of Tennessee, Juwan Jennings. He's a really good receiver too. So there's Isaiah Hodgins from Oregon State. there's just a lot of good receivers.
Yeah, there is. There definitely is. And by the way, guys, again, guys and girls, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We really do appreciate it. Again, if you are new to the channel, hey, subscribe to the old Bad Digga Diesel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. But more importantly, guys, go into the description. Sub up my man, Ed Oliver. The link to his channel is there. Sub him up. And again, if one of my mods can throw Ed Oliver's link to his channel in the chat, that would be great. But go in the description and sub him up. And again, thank you for being here tonight, Ed. I appreciate it very much.
Oh, yeah.
The one guy that I have fallen in love with in the late rounds are the Giants. You talk about Maryland a lot. Is Anthony McFarland. I am gushing over Anthony McFarland if we could get him like in the 6th round. A lot of monks have him going in the 7th round. It's the running back. I've watched so much film on him, and I'm like this. If we could get this kid in the 6th round, I'll be so happy. I mean, he's not going to start over Saquon Barkley, but this is a guy that could be a change of pace back that runs a 4.44 40 that averaged almost 8 yards a carry in 2018 and can receive. And although he's shorter, I mean, he's put together. He's 208 pounds. It's not like he's not put together. So 4.4 40, 5'8", 208, and can receive it at the back. I love this kid. I mean, I don't know if you watch Maryland football or not, but I'm a big fan of Anthony McFarland. Like, that's my deep round sleeper for the Giants. That's a guy that I absolutely love him. And like you said, Hightower out of Boise State's another one. 5th or 6th, I think 5th round maybe for him. But I love him too. And there's a couple of guys I looked at that I really liked deep in the draft.
Oh yeah. I watched Maryland. We started out hot. We were like 3-0, and then we lost to Penn State like 63-0 at home or something like that.
And Maryland beat Ohio State, almost beat Ohio State last year.
Yeah, with Haskins. Yeah. It was like a shootout. It was like 50. I think it was in the 50s or something like that.
Yeah, it was like 50-48, and they barely beat them. I think Maryland went for the 2 to tie it at the end of the game, and they didn't get it. That was a hell of a game, man. That was really good. Sammy Brent says McFarland sucks. I don't think he sucks. I think McFarland's. He's not a 1st round guy, but in the 6th round, that guy is not going to suck. That's a good value pick in the 6th round. Boy, they're giving it to us good about Maryland football over there. Not saying Maryland's a prominent school, guys, but I mean, these are where you find your late round sleepers. You're going to find your guys in small schools, so.
Yes, sad Redskins fans in Maryland football.
That's what I'm saying. So, hey, if you guys got any questions in the chat, shout them out and let us, you got questions for Ed, you got questions for me, shout them out, guys. Let's see what you guys want. Besides Chase Young, like what other position do you really need besides, like that edge rusher? Is there a position you're targeting?
We need tight end bad. We just had Jordan Reed, who had 6-7 concussions, and Vernon Davis retired, and now he's going into acting and doing movies and things like that. So good luck for that. We just tight end is probably a D+ on this team right now. The guys that I named, Richard Rodgers, are guys that were out of the league on IR. Logan Thomas was a quarterback, then he changed into a tight end. We got like some replacement guys at tight end right now. We probably have the worst tight end core in the league by far right now. So we got it. I would draft 2 tight ends if it was up to me.
All right. How about we give you Evan Ingram and in our 5th round pick for your 3rd? Deal?
Our 3rd?
3rd round pick from you guys. We give you Evan Ingram in our 5th round pick. Deal?
I would take Evan in a 4th for Trent Williams. You can have Trent Williams.
I don't want Trent Williams though, man. He's overpaid. He's old and he's injury prone.
He's at 12.5 right now. So
I don't know. I love Trent at Oklahoma, obviously, but everyone asks me about Trent Williams. We kind of have that with Nate Solder already. We're going to get a left tackle. Give me a young left tackle that's not making any money. And I don't want to put another $16 million into a left tackle. Mr. Wright, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Brilly, my man. He says, who do you both not want to see the Cowboys get? I wouldn't want to see one of those big linemen fall back to you guys. That's one thing. I wouldn't want you to get like an Andrew Thomas. I don't need that offensive line being great like it has been. Other than that, I can't really think of anybody else. I mean, like the Eagles, I wouldn't want you to see you get Henry Ruggs. I don't want anybody in the NFC East to get Henry Ruggs. I don't like that guy. He scares me with that 4.27 speed.
Oh yeah.
So
I don't want them to get Grant Delpit safety because I know they don't like Heath. I know they can't stand Jeff Heath. So they get him. That would be a good pick. That would be a good pick for the Cowboys. And I don't want the Cowboys to get Jalen Hurts because that would be a good. Say if the contract doesn't work out with Dak and they just want to put Jalen Hurts in there in 2021 or something like that. Jalen Hurts could probably be good with Zeke and that offensive line. Jalen Hurts would probably fit in pretty well after sitting for a year.
Jalen Hurts is an interesting guy to me because he can do so many different things, and I don't know if he'll ever be an actual starter at this level. Again, I watch him in Oklahoma, and I watch him in Alabama because I watch Oklahoma football, so I watch the Big 12 a lot, and I watch the SEC all the time because they're the best conference in the country. So I like to try to watch them all the time. I don't really watch the Big 10. I never watched the Pac-12. I think the Pac-12 sucks, so I don't really pay attention to that, except for Oregon because they had Justin Herbert there, and I paid some attention to him. But I don't watch Cal football. I don't watch USC. I don't watch Colorado State, Montana. I don't watch any of that stuff. So, but yeah, I don't know. Well, Jamal Adams is a good one, goated. I would not want the Cowboys to trade for Jamal Adams. That is something I do not want them to do at all. Is trade for Jamal Adams. Let's get to some of the questions in here. No, Jalen Hurts, Jerry Jr. official, not Jalen Hearns. Jalen Hurts. Let's see. Moose Kamal says, Ed, how much to become a Giants fan?
Yeah, you couldn't pay me enough, man. You couldn't pay me enough.
MC Reality says, Jeff Okudah to the Redskins?
If we trade back, which I'm hoping we don't, if we get the 3 first-round picks from the Dolphins, it's a possibility. And like I said, at 5, I think you guys are taking Isaiah Simmons. So best guy available probably is Okudah. So I wouldn't be mad at it, but that means you're not getting Chase Young, or we're not getting Chase Young.
Yeah. Do you like Montez Sweat?
I like him a lot. I think he'll play a lot better with Chase. I think Chase will bring out his full potential.
Definitely. I mean, that's the thing. And I don't, that's one thing Giants fans are saying, the guys that are clamoring for the left tackle. Like, you really want to face Chase Young twice a year, him going against Nate Solder, which is a little scary for us Giants fans. There's no doubt about that. Kristaps Porzingis said, Ed, does Sam Darnold stink? That's my saying. I've said Sam Darnold stinks a number of times. Everybody quotes me on that one now. He's
okay. He's not terrible. I think he's got potential. I think he's definitely not a bust. I'll say that. It's kind of early, but he's not a bust. I'll say that. He's had some okay games. I think just their coach Gase is just one of the worst coaches.
Agreed.
You've ever seen. And what was the thing that what's his name had Darnold this earlier in the season? Mono, yeah, he had the mono going on, and Darnold. I heard he's a wild guy. I heard he has a lot of fun.
Well, he was seeing ghosts too.
Yeah.
So he's I don't know if the mono had something to do with that. Maybe COVID-19 was here before we knew it, and Darnold was seeing ghosts because of that.
Right, but he beat the Cowboys, so I like him for that.
Yeah, hey, I liked him for that myself. That was the game everyone's like, hey, Baddog, look, he had a good game. I'm like, yeah, he had a good game the first time in like a year and a half. Not bad. That's not bad for whatever the hell they picked him, 3rd overall. What was I going to say? Giants need to trade Thomas and Ruiz. Thomas left tackle. Oh, need to. I think he meant draft Thomas and Ruiz. I'd be fine with that. Who do you have winning the NFC East?
Oh man, it's so early. It's really hard to tell, especially basing it off of last year. And I don't really think anybody got a lot better from free agency.
Me neither.
The Eagles didn't. I mean, they got Slay, but I'm not impressed. I think Bradbury's a good pickup for you guys. I actually wanted Bradbury myself, and I thought Ron was going to do that because it was one of his guys. Mm-hmm. And the Cowboys, they didn't add. I mean, they got Gerald McCoy, and McCoy's getting up there in age.
They got Aldon Smith, who hasn't played in 5 years. They got him.
Right. They love getting the guys who are in trouble. They just can't stay away from those guys. They love it. They might as well go out and get Greg Hardy and bring him back in the league and get some other guys who might as well get Antonio Brown too. They might as well do that. Yeah. But nobody really. I don't think anybody in the division used free agency as much as they could have.
Right.
which and I mean the better way is to build through the draft. So I understand. I think everybody in the division is building through the draft. I gotta see the draft. I think the draft will tell it all.
I do too.
But if I had to pick, I guess I'll go with the Eagles.
Same
I
here.
guess.
Begrudgingly, I think I
Yeah.
threw up on my mouth a little bit saying that, but that's pretty bad. Johnny T says, off-topic question for Ed: are you a fan of You are a Nationals fan, correct?
Yeah.
He said so. If so, congratulations. At least one of
Thank
us
you.
is winning something. The Yankees should have been there with you. Thank you for beating the cheating ass Astros, by the way. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you kicking those cheaters' asses. That was great. And I also love the irony of letting Bryce Harper go to Philly for all that money,
Oh, yeah.
and then you win the championship. That was beautiful.
Right.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I like that. I had no problem with the Nationals at all. I was rooting for the Nationals to win the thing, so good. I'm glad that they did. Let's see if we got any other questions here. He says, what I just missed? I think somebody just said, Ed, do you think Dwayne Haskins is the future of the Redskins?
I think he is. There's still another jury still out on him. He hasn't 100% sealed the deal, but I think he will. I think he's gonna get his nose in the playbook, grow up. Everybody talks about the selfie. I think he's gotten past that immature phase. I think honestly, if he would just hold back off Twitter and stuff like that, I wouldn't mind that. But I know that's what young 22-year-old guys do. But I think he's got the tools. I think he threw 50 touchdowns. It's not easy to do that. I know it's college, but the guy has potential. I think it's on Ron, and I think it's on Dwayne too. But I think we got the right coaching staff to get the kid, to be at least a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Rich Hicks says, would you rather have Haskins or Tua? Be honest.
Haskins, only because of the injury. If Tua was 100% healthy, then it's hard to not say Tua. But the hip and the ankles, I mean, those are some serious injuries.
Yep, you're right.
And like I said, Redskins injury history, it's terrible.
Yeah. TD says, how does Ed, as a Redskins fan, feel about Daniel Jones in his division?
Danny impressed. He did 24 touchdowns, 12 picks. That's pretty good. I mean, he and the team wasn't that great around him. Didn't have the best offensive line. Golden Tate was suspended, and Sterling had concussions. I think his best receiver was Darius Slayton for a couple games. So I mean, he did his thing with some guys that are like no-name receivers, and Evan Ingram was hurt. So I give Danny some credit. He's fast too. He's a lot faster than what I thought. When I saw him run against the Buccaneers, that really impressed me. Him running like that. So Danny's got a bright future. It's just up to coaching and getting that offensive line right.
And I agree. I think the coaching is going to help him out a lot. And that was the thing for me. When after the draft, obviously I had that react. I was so depressed the next day. I really didn't even pay attention to the second. I was, and I'm going to tell you something that's funny because I wanted two guys that I wanted the Giants to draft last year were Dexter Lawrence and DeAndre Baker, and they got them both. But I was so just could not believe, I couldn't wrap my mind around that they took Daniel Jones and Josh Allen. I really didn't care. So it took me a couple days, and then I went and said, all right, let me go take a look at Daniel Jones. I don't watch Duke football. The only team in the ACC worth watching is Clemson, okay? The ACC's awful. Clemson's worth watching. Who watches Duke football? Duke fans don't even watch Duke football. We had a quarterback in the 90s, Dave Brown. He was horrible. Came from Duke. Ironically, wore 17, as did Daniel Jones, right? So I said, all right, let me go take a look at the film. And that was the thing that jumped out at me immediately was his athleticism and his ability to move in the pocket and his ability to scramble. I never knew he had that. And all the guys that dropped passes and how accurate he was down the field. This is all stuff that I didn't watch Duke football, so my reaction to him getting drafted was pure ignorance. I knew nothing about him, and I just went over the top because I'm like, why are we taking a Duke quarterback at 6 over Josh Allen? And when I watched a film on him, I became a big fan, and then I started making these videos, before the season started. The first one I started with was Daniel Jones can be a better quarterback than Dwayne Haskins, and I'm telling you, I took all kinds of heat for that video. Oh my God. People chewed me up for that one. How can you say that? What are you talking? You don't know anything about football. Dwayne Haskins threw 50 touchdowns. Daniel Jones sucks and blah, blah, blah. And then I made a video about him being better than Trubisky. And I got the same thing. And I made him a video about him being better than Darnold. This is all before he threw a pass, even in preseason. I made all these videos about how good I thought Daniel Jones would be. And I'll tell you, he did have some hiccups, but he impressed me too. I'm looking forward to Daniel Jones with Jason Garrett, and like you said, a revamped offensive line. If they do decide to go that way in the draft, I think that he can be very good. So it's gonna be interesting for sure, without a doubt. It should be a lot of fun. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. But let's see what else we got in the chat. Jadeveon Clowney or Chase Young? I'm taking Chase Young all day. That's not close.
Yeah, I'll go with Chase. Jadeveon Clowney, you just can't stay healthy.
And he costs a fortune. And Chase Young's gonna be a rookie contract.
Yeah.
Locker Haskins, Moose Kamal asks.
Drew Lock or Haskins? That's a tough one. Drew Lock looked pretty good though. Drew Lock looked pretty good for the Broncos in those last couple games. But I'll still go with Haskins right now. I got to see more though.
Finez says, for me, thoughts on Cam Fleming. Cam Fleming was brought in here for depth, and he'll compete for the right tackle spot with Nick Gates. I don't think he's going to be otherworldly. I don't think he's going to make a huge impact, but he is a veteran and he is here for some depth. So I mean, it wasn't a bad 1 year deal. You like I said Ed earlier, you can't go wrong with a 1 year deal. I mean, you bring him in here for 1 year. We needed somebody to replace Mike Remmer, so that was a guy. And yes, Simon Cutcliffe definitely knows how to develop quarterbacks. Someone's asking about records. Now I know when people ask me, obviously this is a little difficult because we haven't drafted yet. But I've been saying I think the Giants will go 6-10. Both of us have a very tough schedule. We play the AFC North, then the NFC West, and then we have the division games. Do you have an idea what you think the Redskins' record will be this year?
I'm thinking kind of the same thing as you, like 6-10, because Haskins got to learn a new playbook and develop.
Yep.
And it's just a new coaching staff. The tight end position is terrible. We don't have a left tackle. We need more corners. We need this. We need that. So it's going to take some time. I mean, Chase Young is going to help, but being 3-13, I don't expect a 3-13 team to jump to 10-6 or 12-4. Like anybody who thinks that, I mean, you can be optimistic if you want, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, people bring up the Niners because they did it, but the Niners were a good team, and then lost Jimmy Garoppolo, and we're down to Mullins. So that's kind of like the Cowboys. When Romo got hurt, they were a good team. Had a bad year when he got hurt, ended up with Ezekiel Elliott. And same thing with the Niners. They had a bad year because Garoppolo went down, then they ended up with Nick Bosa. And that team was already starting to turn the corner. Then they got their quarterback back, and Deebo Samuel was awesome. They had a good draft on top of this.
Yeah.
So that's why they turned it around so easy. But you're right, I'm with you. With the Redskins and Giants, it's going to take a couple years for this to develop. And I'm telling you, Ed, I can't wait for the day when it's the Redskins and Giants at the top of this division again. I'm patiently waiting that day when we're the ones mopping the floor with the Eagles and Cowboys. I am waiting for that day.
Yeah. Now, if Chase Young is what they say, like the next Nick Bosa, then maybe I can see 9-7.
Yeah. RJ Knoll says, "What do you think the ceiling is for both McLaurin and Slayton?" I'll let you start there.
They've been comparing McLaurin to, I want to say like a DeAndre Hopkins a little bit. I think he's faster than DeAndre Hopkins, but I could see it. I could definitely see it. Terry McLaurin had a crazy good rookie year.
Yes,
crazy good rookie year. Slayton had a really good year too. Him being a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
He was really, really impressive.
Yeah, I agree. I think both McLaurin and Slayton are can be very good. I'm high on Slayton. He had a great rookie season. We'll see if he can do it again. I would like another outside receiver to go with him. Mm-hmm. But I like both of those guys, and I think the fact that
Sterling Shepard.
Yeah, I love Sterling Shepard, but he's got the injury, he's got the concussions, and he's more of a slot guy. But the fact that Haskins and McLaurin played together at Ohio State, I think that helps immediately because they have chemistry already. Al Batts, my man, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly, my good man. He says, Baddog, how are you, bud? I saw Judy, Ruggs, and Lamb live. All three are beasts. I pray the Cowboys or Eagles don't pick any of them. I said that earlier, Al. Collins or Bradbury can't cover. I hope the G-men get Mims in the later rounds. Well, if we get 2 second-round picks and take Denzel Mims in the second round, that's not going to bother me. I didn't know Bradbury can't cover. I know Collins can. I know that. I just Collins very bad. But Al, thank you so much. And a $10 boom. Appreciate that, my man. Al Batts. If anybody's got a problem with me, I'm gonna go send my boy Al Batts looking for him. I love that name. It's just a good name. Adrian Medellin. This is one thing I got to learn how to do, and I think I mentioned this earlier. I got to learn how to use StreamYard. Because I want to have, like I said, I'd like to have, because somebody said get Holmes and Philly 500 in here as well. That'd be awesome. I would like one guy from each of the teams. I'd love to do a stream like that with like you, Mark Holmes and Philly 500. Or, Mark Holmes, Lord Brunson, you, whatever. That'd be awesome. To get one guy from each team on here, get some good old-fashioned NFC East trash talking going.
Right.
It's hard to talk trash when your R2 teams were bad. I can talk trash to you because, we own the hell out of the Redskins. We all know that. That's just how it is. I mean, it's all good. Things may change. Chase Young may have his way with us this year if we don't address the line. But, that was one thing I wanted to see, and we didn't get to see it. Because Ohio State didn't end up playing Georgia, but I really did want to see, Andrew Thomas against Chase Young. I thought that would have been a really good matchup. It just never materialized. There's Juan Gotti talking sports. He says, HTTR, what up, Ed? There's Juan Gotti.
Yeah, it's Juan Gotti.
There he is.
What's up, Juan? Kenny Mann said, why does the media keep saying Skins should draft Tua? They must think we got Corona. Yeah, I think Mel Kiper, he wanted us to draft Tua. I think he wanted to stir up the pot and get some more TV ratings for ESPN. It's been dry for ESPN. There's no games to show. I mean, they gotta talk about something.
Yeah. Juice Alert says I'm sleeping on Dwayne Haskins. I was never a fan. I wasn't a fan of Haskins at Ohio State. It has nothing to do with him going to Washington, and I never wanted him to be a Giant. I did not want Haskins. I did not want Jones either. I'm not like, I wanted Daniel Jones. I wanted Kyler Murray or Josh Allen, and that was it. That was all I wanted. Duke Bothers, man, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly says, did someone say trash talk? We know a thing or two about that. Yeah, I was widely considered the greatest trash talker in the history of the TTC back in the day, and a lot of these guys in here don't know my history on YouTube. I'm just trash talking other video makers, but I did that pretty good in my day. But
I've seen some old stuff.
Oh, you did, yeah. It was interesting, to say the least. But Duke, thank you so much. And a $5 Boomer Sooner, baby. Big Sooner fan right there as well. Cowboy fan as well. Duke Bothers. Duke. Tour reminds you of Marcus Mariota. No. Tua's a lot better than Mariota, man. Trust me. His problem is injuries, but he is super talented.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't say Kyler Murray's overrated. Kyler Murray won Rookie of the Year, and now he's going to have D-Hop to throw to. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's great. Him, Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, the Texans, Bill O'Brien, man, I think he's going to get fired after this year. I think this is
fired now.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. And then they just got Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, but why? I mean, you could have got a receiver in the second round that's going to make way less and probably be just as good.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
My God.
Brandon Ayuk or somebody like that, or Laviska Shenault or somebody like that.
One guy says Danny Dimes had a fumbling problem last year. Just imagine what Chase is about to do to him. I don't want to think about it, to be honest with you. Blue Jackets Talk says, just curious, what lineman do you think will be there for the Browns at 10? That's a great question. It really depends on what the Giants do. Blue Jackets Talk. If we go Isaiah Simmons, I think they could all be there, unless the Jags take a tackle. I don't see the maybe the Panthers do. I think the Panthers. I don't know where they're going, but if the I can tell you the Cardinals are definitely going to take Jedrick Wills if he's there. They need a right tackle, so Wills would be gone. I would imagine it'd be Becton and Thomas at number 10 for Cleveland. That's my guess. Some says, what's even more sad? He's not only the head coach but the GM. Only Belichick can pull off that. Yeah, this is true. This is true. But yeah, guys, ask those questions away. I just see John Riggins in the chat. Would you take Okudah if we trade back with Miami? I think Sam was talking to you because he said Giants suck earlier, so I don't think he's asking me. He said, "Would you take Jeff Okudah if we trade back? If you guys trade back with Miami?"
Yeah, he'd be the best available. I think, like I said, the Giants would take Simmons, and that's the best available. I wouldn't. I mean, you could take Andrew Thomas, or you could take Beckham or Jedrick Wills, but or you might be able to take Jerry Jeudy, but that might be a little too high for Jerry Jeudy. So I would just take Okudah. He's the best available. He had a great season. He's I think Okudah's he's legit. He's supposed to be the next Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
So I would take Okudah.
NFL DNA says Baddog, if we draft Simmons and trade back into the first for a tackle, and the only ones left are Mekhi Becton and Josh Jones, what do we do? You're going back into the first round for Mekhi Becton. I think Josh Jones would be there for us at 36. Actually, be there at 30. He'd be there in the second round. I don't think Josh Jones is going to the first round. So if they're moving up, they're going to get Mekhi Becton. He said ask Ed as well. I don't know if that means for the Giants or if it means for the Redskins. Like if you guys traded up and traded back. I don't know if you guys could use a left tackle yourselves.
Yeah, I heard Mekhi Becton's like a freaking nature. I think he's like 6'7", and I've seen some film on him. He's like bullying guys, pushing guys around. I'd probably take Becton. Yeah. I'd take him out of Louisville.
Yeah, I worry about his size. Reminds me of Eric Flowers a little bit. I'm not sold on Becton. Like that's the one of those four linemen. I thought about going to the Giants or talking about going to the Giants that I really don't want. I can live with Wirfs, Wills, or Thomas. I don't want Becton. Blue Jackets Talk, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Brilly, he says, I watched 6 Wills games today. The kid is insane. He's my favorite of all the tackles. I mean, the Giants go tackle. Jedrick Wills is the guy that I want. That's the guy that I want. Is Geis going to be a factor for next season, says Duke Bothers.
I hope so. We got to put him on ice. I don't even know if we're going to have. We'll probably. I think if I had to guess, I think we're going to have an NFL season. I'll knock on wood, but if I had to put him on, I think we are. I think there's going to be no fans ultimately.
Yep, same here.
But I think I wouldn't play him in any preseason games. I would barely. I would do some training camp stuff because you have to.
Yep. But
he's not getting touched. He's basically a quarterback. You can't touch Geis. He's not playing in the 2 or 3 preseason games we have. So I just can't trust his ligaments. I can't. I don't know. I just don't know. I think this is his, if he gets hurt again, then I might have to. I would release him if he got hurt again.
Yeah, that's one thing about ligaments. They don't get any stronger. Ligaments do not get stronger; they get weaker as it goes along. Juan Gotti says, "What tight end should we take?" He's talking to you. I'm more of a Hunter Bryant, Bryson Hopkins route.
I like both those guys. I want a catching tight end. I know Hunter Bryant is not a blocking tight end, so I know it's going to be obvious when he goes in the game that we're passing it. So when he goes in, they're going to be like, yeah, they're not running the football. But we need somebody to catch football. If not those two, I would go Adam Troutman. But 3rd, 4th round, I do want Bryson Hopkins. It's between Bryson Hopkins and Adam Troutman for me.
Al Bat says the Flowers pick was the beginning of the end for us. That's when it really started to go down. But Flowers actually did pretty decent for you guys, and then he got paid. And what's funny? I always wanted the Giants to try that guy. I know he played left guard for you, but I always wanted them to try him at guard because we did that with Justin Pugh. Justin Pugh came out of Cuse. He was a bad right tackle, and we moved him to guard, and he played well. Well, Flowers couldn't play tackle, and number one, he was a right tackle his whole career in Miami. The Giants are the only team that projected him to play left tackle, and the only reason we took him is because you guys jumped up there and took Brandon Sheriff, or you didn't jump up, but you took him in front of us, and Reese never knew what to do when somebody took his player, so he panicked every time. But Flowers did pretty good for you guys.
Oh yeah. He earned a big check. He's getting $10 million. He's on the Dolphins now. Yeah. I wanted to keep him at guard.
He did not do bad at all. Yeah. I was actually surprised that he played well. I was also very happy when we did beat you the second time, and Landon Collins was one that got burned for the touchdown. That made me feel good. I like that. I hate Landon Collins, and again, it's got nothing to do with him being a Redskin. People are like, did you hate him when he was on the Giants? I'm like, watch my videos, listen to me talk. I've always disliked Landon Collins. I always thought he was so overrated. Everyone's like, oh, Baddog, he's great. What are you talking about? I mean, tight ends killed him.
But he was a Pro Bowler. He was an All-Pro one time for you guys too. 2016,
he was an All-Pro. He had 8 games at the beginning of the year where he was kind of right place, right time. The last 8 games he didn't play well. Then 2017 and 18 did nothing. Baddog, he's a Pro Bowler. He didn't have a sack or an interception in 2018, and he made the Pro Bowl. I'm like, the Pro Bowl is a joke. If you're an All-Pro, you're doing something. Okay, but at Pro Bowl, I don't care about the Pro Bowl. That's a joke. Does anybody watch the Pro Bowl? Does that even matter anymore? No. 10 million. I know a lot of Giants fans don't like him either, which is great. I seen Samuel Brent say CeeDee Lamb to the Skins. You guys aren't taking CeeDee Lamb.
No, we got to trade back to get him. He's a first round pick. He's like in the teams. He's going to be like 17th pick or something. 16th.
I think he'll go early. I think he's going 12 to the Raiders or 11 to the Jets. I think you're going to see Judy. I think you're going to see Judy, Lamb, and Ruggs go right together. 11, 12, 13. I think you're going to see Lamb to the Jets. I think CeeDee Lamb to the Jets, Jerry Judy to the Raiders, and then Henry Ruggs to the Niners. I think you're going to see them go right together. Honestly.
Yeah.
Just keep Ruggs away from the damn Eagles. That's all I'm asking. I don't want him going to the Eagles. Yeah, Verified Kobe. I appreciate you purchasing some of the merch today, man. I really do appreciate that, brother. So thank you. Usually takes like 2 weeks to get there. I got a hoodie too, so they're really cool. But I appreciate you buying one of those, man. CeeDee Lamb's going to Vegas. That could happen too. The winning catch by Smith for the Giants was against Collins. Yes, it was.
Yeah, I think Collins, he was like, okay, we're going to get Chase Young, so I'm going to just let this guy go by me. That's what he did.
So what was his excuse that he played with the Giants and all the tight ends went by him?
No, yeah, I heard about Zach Ertz was killing him. And
Kittle killed him, man. It was embarrassing. Do you guys want Delpit?
That's another guy that's going to be just like in that range where we just don't have another first-round pick. He's going to be like 20s or like in the late teens.
He could drop to the second round. I'll be honest, his stock.
Because we don't have a second round pick either.
Oh, you don't have a second round pick?
Yeah, we don't.
Ooh, that hurts. That hurts.
Yeah, I know.
That hurts. I did not know.
That's why a lot of people are kind of with the trade back crowd because we don't have a second and we don't have a lot of picks.
That makes sense. I was high on the Delpit train for a while. And for a long time, I was like, the Giants, if they trade back, I would like Cesar Ruiz and Grant Delpit. But the more I watch film on Delpit, the more I watch him senior year at LSU, I started to kind of lose steam for the guy. And when I did my mock draft today of the players that I want the Giants to take, I went with Yetur Gratos from, the defensive end from Penn State. I don't know. Grant Delpit kind of did that Jadeveon Clowney thing where I think he played really tentative because he didn't want to get hurt senior year. He suffered because he was really good the year before 2018. So I don't know. Now Tommy T has a good point. He says your second round pick is Montez Sweat.
Basically, yeah, because we traded up. I'm not mad at it. I like it. I
like Montez Sweat. Yeah. I thought you guys had a great draft last year, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought you did. Kenny Tompkins, the draft is April 23rd.
Yeah, can't wait, man. Can't wait. It's almost like the Super Bowl. We have no sports. So
I know. I can't wait either. It's going to be a lot of fun to stream that thing, man. Dan Big Blue, thank you for the super chat, my man. Brilly. Everyone who watch the Pro Bowl right now, you're not lying about that. I'd kill for the Pro Bowl right now. You're right about that. There's no denying that, Dan. Thank you for the $2.
Yeah.
Boom! And, of course, go NYG.
We're going to be forced to watch horse. We're going to be forced to watch Paul Pierce shoot horse and Chris Paul, and I think tomorrow.
They did set that up?
Yeah.
That went fast then because they had that in production. I didn't know that was going to be set up.
Yeah, they're getting desperate. They're going to be showing horse.
I knew they were talking about it. I didn't know they were actually doing it.
Yeah, they're going to do it, yeah. Oh, it's going to be Paul Pierce, Zach Levine, some other random guys.
Yeah, I heard Zion might be a part of that.
Yeah. They had a freaking 2K tournament. I mean, it's desperate. It's getting sad out there, man.
Yeah. Sam Brent says, you the best, Ed Oliver.
Oh, appreciate that, Sam. Appreciate that, man.
And C says the Redskins suck ass. I tend to agree. So do we. I mean, I can't say much about it. The Giants aren't far behind them. Let's put it that way.
Right. Thank you for Chase Young, man. I'll say that.
Yeah, hey, no problem. Hey, listen, I gave Danny Dimes some confidence. I appreciate you guys letting him tear you up the way he did, become the only rookie to throw 350 yards and 5 touchdowns, no picks.
Well, the thing is, I mean, Dwayne Haskins was going to do the same thing if he didn't get hurt. Because I know you guys put a bounty on his ankle, so I was like, oh, my God.
Who's that? We put a bounty on him?
Yeah, did you see the way they tackle him?
Nah, come on, man. We can't tackle. It's not our fault. You ever see the Giants actually try to tackle? It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Horses Sunday night at 7. Oh, good. I know what I'm streaming Sunday night at 7. There you go. I'll be streaming horse. I'm in. Bring my basketball crowd back, man. What? I need some Lakers to play in a damn horse thing.
Yeah. You can stream the Lakers play the video game.
I could. Raimundo, it's all in good fun. You know, you gotta be a dick once in a while. It has to happen. You gotta, you know. I mean, he knows it's in good fun. I mean, come on. It is what it is. You know, we both stink. We got nothing else to do.
What I'm hoping next year is that we're not terrible again like we were last year, and say, you know, because the next best player is Trevor Lawrence. So yes. I hope we're not in like, oh my gosh, it's the Trevor Lawrence Bowl or something like that. And that would just be terrible. I would be miserable if it gets to that point again.
No, Vance, this is not a Diet Sprite. This is actually hard cider tonight. It's what that is tonight. I didn't have anything to drink, and I'm on a diet. Like, I don't really drink because I'm on a certain diet I've been on for like 3 months, and I don't usually drink alcohol because it's extra calories, but I had nothing else, and that's actually not bad tonight. And, you know, I had a guest, so, you know, I didn't bring you one, Ed. Sorry, I don't know if you drink or not. Next time.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, nice. Well, okay. What is your go-to game day food, man? What do you do for game day? Do you have a specific thing? Or?
Wings, pizza, of course. Grilling time. I love some ribs.
Nice.
Drinks. I just chill with the drinks. You know, I'll just kick back like an Angry Orca or something. Nothing too heavy. You know, just
nice.
Chill, something like that.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good fun and games until the Eagles fans kick an opposing fan down concrete staircase. Well, that's Eagle fans, Al. You know, that's why we bring out bats to the game. No one's kicking out bats down the stairs. That's why I got so many Eagle fans like, Baddog, you coming to Lincoln Financial Field? Hell no. Are you crazy? They got a poster of me in that stadium waiting for me to go there for all the crap I gave them over the years. My God. No, Kenny, I'm not going anywhere. This actually is 6.9 alcohol by volume, so that's not like some light beer. Where is that? That's no light beer. That's 7% alcohol. That's a drink. And because I don't drink anymore, if I had 2 of those, I'd probably catch a buzz. But it's no, I don't drink White Claw at all. Not at all. No White Claw. I usually drink beer. I like imported beer. It's, you know, your Stella's, your whatever, good IPA. I like Dos Equis Amber. That's good. Pretty much any beer, if it's cold, I'll drink it, except for Budweiser or some cheap beer that has ice in it. I won't drink that stuff. Isaiah Wilson, 36, and we take Simmons at 4, and Ruiz is not there. Ruiz isn't there at 36. I like Cushenberry myself, Bradley. That's a center that I like, to be honest with you. Jeffrey says, don't go there with your squad. Gotcha, Jeffrey. This was Juan Soto's NL MVP year, Ed, and Baddog. I'm so sad. Hey, he gets to win MVP. Baseball's going to play. They may play in May. Juan Gotti, they're talking about playing all the games in Arizona and not having any crowds because there's so many complexes there.
Oh, yeah, you think MLB's going to have a season?
I do. I think they're going to. Yeah. I think they are. Caps fan says, you are so right, Ed. No more tanking for players. Let's start winning a little. HTTR. Yeah. Winning feels good.
Yeah, I'd be pissed if we were tanking for Trevor Lawrence. Like, say we start out like 3-11 or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Nations is talking to me. He says, how would you feel if we traded up into the mid-first round and grabbed CeeDee Lamb or Judy? You'd have to trade up into the top 13. I don't think either one of those guys are getting past 13. I don't think they're falling into the round. And honestly, Nations, I don't think the Giants need to get rid of draft picks for I don't think they need to get rid of draft picks for a wide receiver. I'd kind of be upset with that. Evan Ingram is part of the Giants' plans for Source. I hope he learns to block. Guys, how many times have we heard Dave Gettleman say something and do the opposite? We didn't sign Odell Beckham to trade him. Yes, you did. You know. One thing I will say is when Gettleman has said he's drafting a guy, he drafts him. He said he was drafting Barkley, he drafted him. He said he was drafting Jones, he drafted him. And now there's all these reports saying they're going to draft Isaiah Simmons. We'll see if they do. But
Oh yeah.
we can't take Gettleman at his word for anything, guys. So just because they say Evan Ingram is part of the future does not mean he is. We know that as Giants fans. You can't trust Gettleman at all. At all. Are they going to call the players on the phone for the draft? I can't. Yes, that's what I would imagine they'll do. Kind of like we're doing. I think you'll see a Skype type of thing, and they call them on there. They show like the video interview or whatever. I think that's what you're going to see. I think you're going to see them get called from home and whatever. I mean, I'm pretty sure these players already know they're drafted, so you're probably going to have the jerseys there and everything else. I'm sure they have all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it was going to be crazy in Vegas. I was actually looking forward to see that be in Vegas for the first time. It was going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's rough. I guess this whole thing's been rough, but this is the good thing about it is it does give me more time. I need to work with guys like you and Brunson and other people, because normally I would be streaming Laker games 4 nights a week, and which takes a lot of my time. I'd be working, till 4:30. I'd be getting home at 7 o'clock from making dinner, going to the gym, and all the stuff, and then I wouldn't have time to do any of it. So if there's one good thing about it, it is the fact that I'm able to do more of this stuff, and then I have such great supporters and subscribers that keep me sane and hang out with us during these live streams, and we can talk about this stuff. And that's why I'm looking forward to the draft. And it's real sports, that's sports, which is awesome. Simmons or Young, rookie defensive of the year. I think one of them has to be, because they're both going to go extremely early.
Yeah.
So I think they.
Yeah, I'm going with Chase Young.
Yeah. Chase Young. Yeah, I'll go with Isaiah Simmons just because I think he's going to be a giant. Wild bat. These are. I hear a little Baddog upstairs, not happy about something. Said Redskins fan says, Ed, how many Redskins are you trying to attend? I think he meant Redskins games are you trying to attend?
This year, I don't even know if we can go, but I know the Ravens are coming to town, so I want to see Lamar Jackson play in person. If he plays like he did last year, that electrifying speed and all MVP type season, I got to see that guy play.
I mean, last year, me and a few video makers met up at the Giants Jets game, and that was a lot of fun. And this year, we were kind of hoping to meet up for the Giants and Browns so we could see old friend Odell Beckham come to town. And, that's what we're hoping we can get to that. Either that, or I would love to go to Dallas. A Dallas Giants game. I think that would be a lot of fun too, but I definitely we're looking for that. Online Big Blue Sports Entertainment says, what does Mr. Oliver think about Dwayne Haskins' progression going into 2020 after the trade for Kyle Allen?
I like it. They actually came up with a report saying that Kyle Allen would, if the pandemic is going on and it's getting bad and training camp is only say 2 weeks or 1 week, they said that Kyle Allen would be going in there being the starting quarterback because he knows the plays with Carolina. So he does have a little advantage. I'll acknowledge that because he knows the playbook. He knows Ron Rivera. He knows Scott Turner. He knows all the guys. I mean, Haskins obviously is more talented than a Kyle Allen because Kyle Allen, he's just a backup quarterback. He's not really a starter. But Haskins should beat him out. It is. You got to take into account that he knows the playbook. Kyle Allen knows the playbook. But I think Haskins will beat him out.
Kenny Mann says, Ed, this guy is a cool Giants fan, but Fisk going to make me go to jail. He's disrespectful.
Yeah, Kenny, don't do it, man. Don't do it. No, Fisk says some crazy stuff, man. He says some crazy stuff.
That's Fisk, man. I love working with Fisk. Fisk is I'm very much like Fisk as far as my takes on the Giants. Now, I don't disrespect. I mean, I used to. Trust me. I was very, like I said, the Eagles especially. I was very disrespectful to them for years. It was awesome. But Sam wants to know if you're going online during the draft. Are you going live during the draft?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna be live with the thousands, millions of other YouTubers going live. Yeah. I'm just hoping it doesn't shut down or crash because there's gonna be a lot of people going live.
Yeah. Well, Entertainer and I went live last year. We plan on doing it obviously for the entire weekend this year as well. So it'll be awesome. What's going on, Sports X 101 Backup? Again, guys and girls, thank you so much for joining. If you have not done so, have not subscribed to this man, Ed Oliver, please go into the description. The link to his channel is there. Click it, sub him up, ring the bell. Show him some love. Great Redskins video maker. One of my favorites. It's my honor to work with this guy now because I've been wanting to work with him for a long time. And again, if one of my moderators could maybe put the link to his channel in the chat, that would be awesome. Brandon, thank you for subscribing to Mr. Oliver. I would appreciate that. Why does this guy always talk shit about Fisk? The same reason he talks shit about me. Same reason he talks shit about other Giants video makers. I couldn't tell you. I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't know what his deal is. I don't care. But I couldn't honestly answer that. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know what his issue is. I don't know. He's got bats in a belt. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I could never figure that the hell out.
Yeah, I've seen that guy before.
I don't know. I just don't get it. A lot of people don't like him. It's understandable. I don't know why he talks crap about me and Fisk and Entertainer and all that. Who knows? You got to ask him, I guess. I honestly don't know.
He's just trying to get a subscriber count up, that's all.
Yeah, that's really what it is. He tells me I'm clout chasing. That's my favorite. I'm clout chasing because I do Laker games. You know how many people do Laker games on YouTube? You think I'm the only guy? You think you just put Lakers in a title and you get 75,000 views? You kind of got to work at building a channel. You don't just put Lakers in a title and you're a star. I don't just do that. Most of my content is Giant stuff, but hey, I do stream Laker games, and that's a lot of fun, and I will not stop doing that, you know. But it's always funny to me how people tell you what content you need to put on your channel. That one cracks me up all the time. You know, that's good. Remember, Bad Dog, don't forget to hit up Market Philly. I know, I definitely want to do that. I got to figure out how to do the StreamYard so I can do that. I am going to get with Philly 500 and Mark Holmes because I got to email Mark Holmes. I definitely got to text Philly 500 and see about getting them on the channel as well. Eagles UK, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly Billy says, sup, man? What's up with you over there in the UK? Hope you're staying safe at 1:31 in the morning over there on Saturday morning. But appreciate you joining us tonight. Thank you for the £3. Boom! Appreciate that. Funny to hear me say clout chasing. Oh, that's what he calls it. And, it's just funny because he attacks all the subscribers with like more than 20,000 views. He goes after Mark Holmes for no reason. He goes after Sports Critic. He goes after me. He goes after Philly 500. He goes after Entertainer. It'll only be a matter of time before Ed here is over 20,000. He starts going after you for absolutely no reason. It's true. It's true. Y'all want Logan Ryan or Clowney, says Moose Kamal.
I wouldn't take Clowney, and I wouldn't neither. Logan Ryan's actually not bad. He's a slot corner. We don't really need a slot corner right now, but Clowney, if I had to pick, I'd take Clowney. But we're gonna get Chase Young, so it's really no point in getting Clowney.
Yeah.
And you got to pay him like what, 20 mil. Yeah. I think he brought his price down like
17. I think. Yeah.
Yeah. That's still like a lot.
It is a lot, especially for a guy that's been injury prone and had 3 sacks last year.
He had 3 sacks last year.
Yeah, I think that's all he had.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
Irish New York Sports says, "What do you think about Bradley Beal trade possibilities?"
I don't think he's gonna get traded. I think it depends on what John Wall does. If John Wall comes back and he's not playing like he did in 2017, then I think Brad will win out. But the East is so bad that, you know, I think when John Wall comes back, we should at least make the playoffs. Yeah, we should at least make the 6th, 7th seed or something like that.
The East is bad. What would your reaction be if the G-Men won the Super Bowl this year? Well, NFL DNA, I'd probably faint because I don't see that happening under any circumstances. But I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do if we made the playoffs, to be honest with you. I'd be pretty excited. All right, Moose Kamai, thanks for hanging out with us, man. Appreciate you being here, as you always are. Thanks for being a great subscriber.
All right, Moose. Yeah, Moose Kamal. He's a great subscriber.
Yeah, he is, man. I'd take Beal for the Knicks, damn straight. Yeah, we'd take anybody, Kenny. We are awful. We are god-awful. Worst team in New York is the Knicks.
Yeah. Spike Lee was about to get kicked out.
He did. Or he's boycotting it, one or the other. He's kicking out Charles Oakley. They're kicking out Spike Lee. You ain't going to have anybody there eventually.
Right.
Yeah, the Knicks have been a dumpster fire for 20 years, Wild Bat. 20 years. Yeah, there you go. He just said it, 20 years.
Jeremy Lin saved them a couple times.
Yeah. With the signing of Cody Latimer, will the Skins be looking for more depth at wide receiver position in the draft?
Yeah, how was Cody Latimer for you guys?
He didn't do bad. I mean, he was inconsistent, but, you know, he didn't get a ton of time, obviously. And, you know, none of our receivers really blew it up except for Slayton. But, I mean, he's not horrible. You know, he's he's serviceable. We'll put it that way. He's not going to blow anybody away, but he's not awful. He can play. You know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I wasn't really impressed. I mean, he had 24 catches for 300 yards last year. I mean, he was kind of like the fourth option or something like that. But it was 1 year, $3 million. So I mean, I don't even think he's gonna make the team. Honestly, I really don't.
That's why he got out of Denver so fast too. Is the same reason. Anthony Manzano says, Ed, what are your predictions for the Nationals? Do they win another World Series this year, or do they just make the playoffs or get to the NFC East?
We lost some guys. I forgot who left. It was I think a pitcher left. But I mean, we still got Soto. We still got Strasburg. We still got some good guys. So I don't know who'll win the whole thing, but we'll definitely make the playoffs. I don't know if we're gonna win the whole. It's hard to repeat. It really is.
It is hard to repeat.
But you still got Soto. You still got Strasburg. So
Anthony right? You guys lost Rendon, right? That was the
that's who we lost. Yeah,
that was the big one. NFL DNA. Yes, he would be pissed off. I think anybody in the world would be mad if they took a tight end second overall. I don't care who the hell the tight end is.
Redskins taking a tight end.
Roman 103 does say, "Have you looked into tight ends for the draft?"
Oh yeah, but I wouldn't do second overall.
No.
That would be the worst pick you could ever. They said this tight end draft is pretty weak from what I've heard.
Yeah.
So
it's a wide receiver draft this year for sure. Wide receiver definitely. It's pretty deep. And wide receivers. Don't forget Scherzer.
Max Scherzer. Yeah, with a different eye color.
Yes, he is. Said Redskins fan asked if you like wrestling.
Wrestling, it's just phony. It's phony to me. I mean, when I was a kid, like The Rock and Stone Cold and Big Show, Kane, and guys like that.
I wasn't a kid. I was in my 20s, but yeah. Rub that in. What I just unbiased. TD says unbiased opinion from both of you. Who has the best future in the NFC 1-4? Well, the Giants obviously have the best future. Redskins are second. I can tell you that. The Giants and Redskins honestly have the best future because we are already in the midst of a rebuild. The Eagles have bad contracts and older players, and the Cowboys are going to get to that point where they have to pay Dak, and then they're going to end up in the same spot that the Eagles are. So honestly, I honestly think you could switch 1 and 2. The Cowboys the Redskins and Giants have the brightest future in this division, in my opinion. I honestly think so. I think in 2 years we'll be there. I think in 2 years it's us fighting for the division.
Yeah, I think so too because of the cap space. I think we both have good cap space. We got high picks.
Yep.
We're gonna get generational players. We're gonna get Chase Young. You're gonna get Isaiah Simmons.
I hope so.
And then you look at the Eagles. I mean, you got Deshaun Jackson who can't stay healthy for 10 games. You got Carson Wentz who can barely stay healthy for 10 games.
Then you got older players. You got your Fletcher Cox making a lot of money. Brandon Graham. They paid Slay a lot of money. You got Alshon Jeffrey. He can't, he can't do it. They're going to have to pay Zach Ertz a lot of money. So I
pay Goddard too pretty soon.
Yep. So I think they'd be smart to trade Ertz to keep Goddard. That'd be my opinion on what they should do over there. But once the Cowboys have to pay Dak, forget it. I mean, they paid Cooper, they paid Zeke. Once you're putting 30% of your cap in a wide receiver, a quarterback, and a running back, forget it.
Yeah, right.
Yankees versus Nationals in the World Series. What do you think? I'm in. I'll take it. I'll do it. I'll do it right now.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Juan Maldonado, what do I don't know if you're asking both of us. I love Zach Bond. If the Giants don't go Isaiah Simmons in the first round and they trade back and they can get a Zach Bond, it wouldn't hurt my feelings there either. Not at all. Ed, who do you guys think the future of the AFC East is once the Dolphins draft the quarterback with Brady? The Bills. I think the Bills are the best team. I think the Bills win the division this year. Honestly.
Yeah. They got Stephon Diggs. I mean, we'll see. They got Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley, and John Brown, and they got the tight end. I think it's Knox. I think. Yeah. So they got some weapons for Josh Allen.
They do.
Josh Allen is a little iffy sometimes, though. So
they do. Kenny Tompkins says, I've seen my Giants win a ring. Yankees, well, my Knicks, everyone. Kenny, I don't know how old you are. I'm going to be 44 in July. I've never seen the Knicks. The Knicks haven't won a ring even before I was born, not till since 73. So you'd have to be 47 in order for them to, you have even been born to see them. Maybe my 3-year-old will see the Knicks win something. I don't know about that, but well, at least we got the Yankees and Giants. I'm lucky enough to have seen 9 titles between those two teams. The Knicks, the hell with it. Francisco Reyes, man, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Brilly says, what do you guys think about Kyler Murray and his first season in the Hopkins trade, and who should they draft? Francisco, thank you for the $5. Boom! I'll let you answer that first, and then I'll go.
Kyler Murray's pretty good. I mean, he's only 5'9", and people were scared he wasn't even going to be able to see over the line, and he did that. He won Offensive Rookie of the Year, and of course he's mobile.
Very.
So he's not bad, and now he's got freaking DeAndre Hopkins and Larry Fitzgerald. So he's the sky is the limit for him now. I mean, he's got weapons now, so they got a good running back, and he's pretty good. I mean, he was a good first pick of the draft. I think he's pretty good. The Hopkins trade, man, wow. Bill O'Brien, man, he's got to get fired after that one. He's got to get fired. I think he wants to get fired.
I love Murray. I mean, I'm a Sooner fan. I've loved Kyler Murray since his days at Oklahoma. His first season was decent. I wouldn't say it was great, but he had a horrible team around him. The Hopkins trade was fantastic for the Cardinals. I mean, that's going to help Kyler Murray out a lot. And if Jedrick Wills is there for them at number 8, they take that. They need a right tackle in the worst way. He played right tackle at Alabama. I know he was to his blindside protector, but Jedrick Wills, in my opinion, is the best lineman in this draft. And if they can get Jedrick Wills, that's who they should go for without a doubt. Wilkie, man, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it. My man from over there, BVD's channel, Brilly, says, what up? What's up, Bad Dog live stream of the draft? Where do you think the Bears go with 2 second-round picks? I forgot you guys don't have first-round picks. Ugh, you guys are struggling there. Wilkie, thank you for the $5. Boom! I honestly don't know. You guys need a wide receiver bad. I mean, I know you have Allen Robinson. I don't know when you guys pick in the second round. If Chase Claypool is there, perfect pick for you guys. Perfect pick. And again, I don't know exactly when your 2 picks are. But if you guys can get Chase Claypool, I think that'd be perfect. Chase Claypool is a great pickup for you guys. I really don't know what else you need. I don't see the Bears a lot, so I honestly couldn't say. I just think Chase Claypool would be a perfect pick for you guys in the second round, if that's possible. I did see Roman ask you, do you think you guys should go running back in the 3rd round or day 3? I think he said day 3.
No, we already got too many. Right? You got Adrian Peterson, you got Geis. We just picked up Peyton Barber. You still got Bryce Love. You got
Thompson,
J.D.
right?
McKissick.
Is Chris Thompson still there?
No, he's a free agent. He's
yes.
not coming back.
Yeah, he was another guy that was always hurt.
Yeah, we were just a freaking injury-prone team. I'm so happy. I'm not gonna say I'm happy he's gone, but he was always injured.
Yeah. Yeah, Welky, that's where I would. I mean, if I was you, again, I don't know what the Bears' needs are, but I do know you need a wide receiver. And if you could get a Chase Claypool, I think that'd be perfect. Since you brought Nick Foles in there, you want to get him a big, tall, fast weapon on the outside. And I think that would be big for you guys if you could get Chase Claypool. I don't know what other positions you need. So, again, I don't know. Uri Andela says, I like Colin Johnson, Bad Dog. He could be our Plexico burst. I like Colin Johnson, too, in the 5th round. Honestly, I think Colin Johnson would be good in the 5th round. I loved him at Texas. But, God, the more I'm looking at it, Uri, I love Michael Pittman if we could get him in the 3rd round. Or Hightower from Boise State. There's a lot. This receiver class is very good.
Yeah.
Very good. I have not looked into Khalil Tate, NFL DNA. I have not. We have Goldman, Lewis, Perry, Barkley, and Dog wants another running back in the draft. Why? Well, because you start off with 95 guys, right? And you cut it down to 55. Deion Lewis, Wayne Gallman didn't play at all last year. And honestly, Perry's not going to play. And if you, Jersey Joey, do me a favor. Go watch Anthony McFarland film. Tell me you wouldn't take that guy in the 6th round. Anthony McFarland could be better than any of those guys that you mentioned except for Saquon Barkley. That's good. I mean, he watches Maryland football. I mean, Anthony McFarland can play, man.
Yeah, he'd be a good backup running back for Saquon.
Yeah. And if the Giants fire Gettleman, should we hire him?
No, heck no. We already had a terrible GM. We don't need another GM that is stubborn and doesn't like, I mean, not everybody has to be in the analytics, but it is 2020. So, I mean, if I were a GM, I would take a look at analytics. But Gettleman doesn't really look at analytics at all. And, I don't know what he kind of rubs players the wrong way sometimes. I mean, Josh Norman, Eric Flowers,
Landon Collins, obviously.
Yeah. So some Gettleman, he's not the worst, but there's just something about him that I don't know. He's always getting in fights and arguments with players for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he's stubborn. I mean, I think it's part of it. My kid is throwing a tantrum up there. I can hear him throwing a tantrum up there. What was I going to say? Where do you guys think Clowney will end up since he will unlikely resign with Seattle? It's a good question because I thought he was going to Seattle all the time.
I heard some reports. You guys didn't the Dolphins have like some talks with him or something?
I think Cleveland has had talks with him too, or was that Ngakoue? I keep getting those guys confused.
Cleveland still has like a boatload of cap space. I really don't understand how they still have that much money with paying Odell, Jarvis. I don't know if Myles Garrett is still on his rookie deal, but
yeah, he and Mayfield. Yeah. That's the thing. Nick Chubb, rookie. Baker Mayfield rookie contract, Myles Garrett rookie contract. So,
and they paid Austin Hooper like $12 million a year this year. So
we're 21. Have a great night, my man. Appreciate that. Miami's trying to grab him, but he's not interested yet. Surprised. Clowney going to the Skins after they draft too. Oh man, Welky, thank you so much for becoming a new member, my man. Brilly, new member. Boom, Welky, welcome to the Big Blue Wrecking Crew, sir. I appreciate that so much, brother. Thank you, my man. It is much appreciated. Here's a fun question. Would you guys marry a diehard Cowboys or Eagles fan? Well, I'm married, so I honestly can't answer.
Yeah,
but I'll be honest. If I wasn't married and she was hot, I don't give a damn who she roots for. Okay, those jerseys come off at the end of the day, if you know what I'm saying there, AMG Sam. Okay. Oh, man. Little Baddog, we watching the Knicks, Giants, Yankees soon. Giants and Yankees, definitely Irish sports fan, or Irish New York sports. I'm not going to make him be a Knicks fan. He has to be a Giants and Yankee fan. He don't have to suffer with the Knicks. You don't have to suffer with the Knicks.
Yeah. But all right, man, I'm going to head out.
All right, brother. Hey, I appreciate you hanging out tonight. Thank you so much for giving us some time. And good luck this year, brother. Good luck and enjoy the draft.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for Chase Young again. Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. And again, guys, if you haven't done so, please go into the description. The link to Ed Oliver's channel is there. Click it, sub him up, ring the bell, and hey, man, stay safe and enjoy the rest. Enjoy your weekend, brother.
Yep.
Thanks again. Be good. All right, so that was Ed Oliver, which was awesome to have him on the stream tonight. That was really cool. And you know me, I always go 2.5 hours, so we'll hang out for a little while longer and remove this. But that was awesome, man. It was good to work with him. I've been wanting to work with him for some time, and we finally got to do it. So that was really cool. And awesome guy, man. He's a really good dude. So it was fun to work with him. And like I said, I plan on getting more guys. I want to work with Philly 500 again, Mark Holmes. I'd like to get some new guys on here that I haven't. All right, Al Bats, hey, thanks for everything, my man. I really do appreciate it, brother, and have a great night. Hope to see you tomorrow. Talking Giants tomorrow with the Entertainer, Talking Sports on this channel, guys. So I hope you guys will tune in for that, and, it'll be awesome. We trade down. Who do we trade down with? I think Los Angeles is probably the best. It was good, Joel. That was good. He's a good guy, man. I've been wanting to work with Ed for a long time. So, no, I'm not off of work tomorrow. I actually have to work. They took the holiday away, so I actually have to work. I will be on Uncle Lou's channel tomorrow morning, though. I may take a floating holiday tomorrow. I don't know, man. I don't know. I am going to be on Uncle Lou's channel tomorrow morning. That'll be a lot of fun. So Wilkie, I'll be there tomorrow, and that'll be awesome. Francisco Reyes, man, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly, would you trade Barkley for Kyler Murray? No, we got Daniel Jones, man. I would never trade Barkley for Kyler Murray. But I'm telling you this, it would be interesting because there's a lot of Giants fans that would want to trade Barkley. I don't know what they would want to trade him for. But for Kyler, no, we have a quarterback. And I love Kyler Murray, but we have a quarterback already. I'm not trading Barkley for Kyler Murray. I may trade Barkley for a couple of first-round picks. Like if Arizona wanted to give us their number 7 overall and then next year's first and a second, you might talk me into it. But Francisco, man, thank you so much for the $5. Boom! Appreciate it. What time is it happening? No, Kenny, 9 o'clock tomorrow. 9 o'clock tomorrow for Talking Giants. 9 o'clock. Sam and Brent, man, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. That was a lot of fun, man. I appreciate all the Redskins fans that came over and hung out with us tonight, too. So thank you guys for that. 10 first-round picks, and I might entertain the idea. Yeah, there you go. I can't wait to stream the draft with entertainer. That's going to be a lot of fun. That is going to be a lot of fun for sure. Will Little Bad Dog be a Lakers fan? I'm not going to tell Little Bad Dog who to root for in basketball. He can pick whoever he chooses. But you trade Barkley or nuts when he's on with his old line. He's Barry Sanders. Yeah, he's the closest thing to Barry Sanders I've seen since Barry Sanders. And I love Barry Sanders. One of my favorite players of all time. But how many championships did Barry Sanders win? This is things you got to ask yourself. I don't want to trade Saquon, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I would love to do it again, Samuel. Like I said, I've been wanting to work with Ed for like a year, so I'm glad that I had the opportunity to do it tonight. That was a lot of fun. So he's an awesome guy. Big fan of his channel. No doubt about that. And it was awesome. Falcons uniforms are ugly. Yes, they are. Let me see, Anthony, if I can find your... If you want to try to get a hold of the Dolphins YouTubers, you should look at TD Chins. You should look for TD Chins Talk and Dudley Do Wrong. All right, maybe I will. I don't really follow the Dolphins, though. That's the problem. Like, I don't know much about the Dolphins. Kind of like the NFC more so than the Dolphins, although obviously there's a lot of questions asked Dolphins fans. Do they want Tua? Do they want Herbert? Do they think Rosen's the guy? Would they go somewhere else? What did they trade for Rosen for? Cooper Scarborough, how can I be the man when you're the man? Falcons uniforms are ugly. Yeah, Snake Spence, what's going on? Snake, how you doing, brother? I don't like the Falcons I don't like their uniforms either. Do I see? I don't see Sugar Dre. I don't see him back. Initially, I said yes. I think that the Giants could bring back Odell Beckham, but I don't see it happening now. I don't. Invite urinating trees. I guess one of the urinating trees too big to be on my channel. Trust me. I'd love to get EDP on this channel. That's the guy I would love to work with. That'd be hilarious. Our uniforms need an overhaul. I agree, Marjorie. Bucks have new uniforms, and they look great. The Color Rush jerseys are the Giants are the best. The Giants should go with the Color Rush jerseys all the time. All the time. The Giants should go with the Color Rush jersey. But I wish they would go back to the uniforms I grew up with, those dark blue jerseys with the Giants on the side of the helmet. That'd be awesome. There were great players for the Giants. Yeah, no, it's true. Why did Andrew Thomas slip? I have no idea, Rich. I honestly don't. I honestly don't know what made him slip. I mean, I was talking about Andrew Thomas in the middle of the college football season last year. Yeah, no, I will never work with him, TD. That's not going to happen in this lifetime. We don't like each other, to put it bluntly. You're going to tell Bryant, yeah, EDP's dad, you should. You should tell your son to hop on here one day. Yes, Mason's going to be late. I agree. Their old uniforms were the best. Yeah, Falcons and Bucks, I believe, got new jerseys, Samuel. Mr. A. Lewis Sr., what is going on, my man? I hope you like the 2 shirts I sent you because I'd rather send you 2 new T-shirts than send you to New Jersey. Now he's playing words. I have them right here. I'm trying to figure out how to give them out. Shout out to Mr. A. Lewis Sr. for hooking the bad diggity dizzle up with these. Got me a couple of these shirts right here. Obviously, the Mamba and Gianna there. And, yeah, man, these are awesome. I love these shirts. I'm trying to figure out how to give them away, though. That's what I've been trying to work on, man. I've been trying to work on that. JJ Trilla, one of my favorite Cowboys fans, is in the house. What's going on, man? I love their old uniforms. I loved them, Rich, for sure. Yeah, those are great shirts. I don't know how to give them away. I had to think of something. Bobby, what's going on, Bobby? Good to see everybody in the chat. Say hi to Bobby Woodruff. Oh, my gym buddy just texted me. He's getting out of shape. I can't text him right now. Brianna, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Who do you think will be better team in I think the Cardinals are going to be good OTB mods. I think they're sleeping to make the playoffs. Honestly, I think the Cardinals can win. They're in a tough division. I think they can win 8 or 9 games, though. Honestly, I think the Cardinals can be really good this year. Should we trade Leonard Williams for Yannick in the NFL draft? I don't think that the Jaguars are not going to take Leonard Williams because they're going to have to pay him. So they wouldn't do that. I can't see them doing that. Why is T. Higgins falling so hard? I don't think T. Higgins really fell. I think T. Higgins was a second-round guy the whole time. But there are some mocks that have T. Higgins going in like 25th. So I don't think that he's fallen a lot. But he's definitely a top 10 receiver in the draft. I mean, that's a guy that I said, the Giants get 2 second-round picks and want to go wide receiver in the second round. I'd take T. Higgins all day. 6'4" from Clemson. He's great. T. Higgins is great. Nobody wants Williams, only get him. And this is true, Svi. This is true. The Giants get Simmons, trade back, and then get Mekhi Becton. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't trade back up to get Mekhi Becton. If we could get Andrew Thomas, I would do it. Simmons and Blake Martinez together, what do you think? I'm all in for that, Rich. I want Isaiah Simmons. Thoughts about 2021 NFL draft if the college football season is shortened or cut? Any prospects? I mean, definitely Trevor Lawrence is the guy everybody's talking about. Najee Harris is another one from Alabama, the running back. I mean, Najee Harris is awesome. I really like Najee Harris a lot. You know, other than that, elusive poet, I don't really know outside. I usually just watch college football, and then I pick up the guys that are seniors. Like, I don't follow it that closely that I know all the guys that were sophomores or juniors that are going into their junior or sophomore years. So it's hard to say. I just know Najee Harris is really good, and obviously Trevor Lawrence is the prize this year coming out of Clemson without a doubt, man. Yonnington NYG, what is the compensation you think for trade before or during the draft? I think that the Matt Chenery, I think the video I did on Yannick was exactly that. I think that's what the Giants have to give up. I think they'd have to give up number 4 and maybe number 99, and then they would get maybe they just have to give up number 4 and they could get Yannick and number 9. Well, I think that's what the article was. The Giants have to give up number 4. And that's it. And supposedly the Jaguars would give the Giants 79, 9 and Yannick. I mean, I don't know if I'd want to do. I still don't know. I don't want to pay Yannick $20 million a year. That's the problem with that. I don't want to pay those guys all that money. I mean, they could afford it, but I don't know. I don't want to give up draft pick. Well, we would get draft pick. I don't know, man. It's a tough call because if the Jags are giving us 9, 79 and Yannick for number 4. Maybe you do it. I would say the same thing, Wilkie. I would take Simmons over Young, too. I love Isaiah Simmons. Love him. Love him, man. Where did Ed go? Ed took off. He was on here for a long time. You know me, my streams are 2.5 hours, so we'll go to 10:30 and we'll call it a night. Cap going up a lot next year. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have a lot of money. We're going to have like $100 million, Joel, after we cut Solder and a couple other guys. Do we get James Lynch? I have no idea. NFL DNA. Do I like Justin Fields? I could take him or leave him. I'm not a huge Justin Fields guy. The Redskins don't win the Super Bowl next year. I will buy a Saquon Barkley jersey. Well, you better order it right now, Samuel. You're not wrong with having a Saquon Barkley jersey, man. He's awesome. Good draft class next year, yeah. No, I do. Well, Mr. A. Lewis Sr. is sending me 2 more of those. So that's why he sent those to me to give them away. Those are Mr. A. Lewis Sr. Sent those to me, and he said those are for a giveaway. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. But that's what those are for. So you're related to John Lynch. Very nice. If the Redskins don't win the Super Bowl, oh yeah, I saw that, Sam. I said go and order that for sure. What do you think the records will be if we draft Simmons? I still think, no matter who we draft, I still think we're 6-10, maybe 7-9. I don't know how much Isaiah Simmons is going to help us win. I don't know how much a left tackle is going to help us win. One player's not. We're so bad and have so many holes. I don't think one player is going to make that big of a difference. But I do think that Isaiah Simmons is going to produce more immediately, like from day one, than a tackle will. Tackles take some time to develop. I think linebackers coming in immediately can play at this level. So I do that. Nope, I won't stream there. Would you get Simmons or Chase? I would take Simmons over Chase Young, honestly. I like Simmons the best. I think he's the most complete player. I think he's the best overall player in this draft. If we somehow land Yannick, what do you think they'll have to pay him? Probably $18 to $20 million a year. I don't. I think the reason Andrew Thomas is falling is because he's not flashy as the other tackles in the first round this year. I like him more because he's consistent with his technique. I love Andrew Thomas. He didn't even allow Jake Fromm to get hit, man. I mean, that's what's amazing, you know. All we need is a defense, is pass rush, and a middle linebacker. We do have a good defensive line, Sugar Dre, that's for sure. And I think our secondary is young, but I think it can improve. But yeah, I mean, we need a middle linebacker in the worst way to get off the field on third down. Ruiz could definitely go first round, Rich. I'm hoping he doesn't, because that's really the guy that I want the Giants to take in the second round. I don't know. He could definitely go late first round. I just hope he doesn't. We just paid Nate Solder a bunch of money. I'm glad they play Yannick the same amount. No, that's fair, Joel. That's fair. Jake Fromm going to New England, that definitely could happen. Definitely, but not in the first round. He's like a third round pick, best. Grant Haley, I don't think Grant Haley's still there. I don't know. Christos, man, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly, my good man. He says, if not resumed, was LeBron James' season a success? I think you have to consider it a success. They were number one in the West. They had about, a 5.5, 6 game lead on the Clippers for best record in the West. Everybody thought the Clippers were going to challenge the Lakers. I think LeBron was an MVP caliber season. I definitely think you'd have to consider it a success. And let's hope that it is resumed. Laker Dog wants to come back. Laker Dog wants to come back. Trust me, Laker Dog wants to be here. And so does Dodger Dog and Yankee Dog. I think Giants Dog will be here. But Giants Dog's always here. But Laker and Yankee Dog and Dodger Dog need to come out too. And Chris Tops, man, KP, thank you for the $2. Boom! Appreciate that. No, 13-31, no. That's not enough. 9-20, 12-19, I can get on board with those. But 13-31 is not enough for number 4. Not enough. They'd have to give us a first-round pick next year, in my opinion, on top of that. Who do you like at the center position in the draft this year? Beatis, Ruiz, Cushenberry, or I like those first 3, Anthony. Ruiz and Cushenberry are my favorite. Hennessy's not bad either. Ruiz is definitely my favorite. Hey, and I'm in. No, I don't stream the Nationals games because the Nationals play the same time as the Yankees. The Lakers and Dodgers play at 10:30 when my family's sleeping, so that's why I do it, because they sleep. I just started streaming West Coast games. Yankees are a different story. I mean, I'm going to watch the Yankees anyway, so I might as well stream it. I won't stream every Yankee game, but I'll definitely stream Yankee games. Raymondo Reed, man, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that so much, brother. Brilly says, I enjoyed the live stream, my man. Stay safe and healthy. Hey, man, thank you. I appreciate that, and you stay safe and healthy as well, and hopefully, we see you tomorrow for Talking Giants, my man. Thank you so much for the $5 boom. Appreciate that, without a doubt. Yeah, Juan, we'll try to hook something up, man, no doubt. I'm always looking to work with other video makers on YouTube, so we'll definitely try to figure something out, my man. I don't know anything about Lucas Niang. I can honestly say that, Big Blue for Life. I don't know, so I can't honestly answer that, to be honest with you. John, I am excited too. Jerry Jeudy at 4. No, the Giants aren't taking a wide receiver at 4. Yes, live tomorrow, Moose Well, 9 o'clock. Talking Giants with the Entertainer will be on this channel tomorrow night, so looking forward to that as well. I remember when DeAndre Baker said he'd be the best corner in the game soon on Good Morning Football for the 2019 draft. Look at him now. I still think DeAndre Baker could be great, sports expert. Bad coaching last year, and he was put in a really bad spot where they had him playing zone coverage, which he doesn't do. He's a man coverage guy. When he played man coverage at the end of the year, he got a lot better. I think you're going to see Patrick Graham and Joe Judge. Like Joe Judge says, don't tell me what these guys can't do. Tell me what they can do. They're going to use, Baker's strong suits, and he's going to play a lot of press and man coverage, and he'll be fine. I think DeAndre Baker has the biggest comeback season for the Giants. I do. I think DeAndre Baker is going to be very good this year. I think he's the breakout player for the Giants going forward this year. No, I don't think he'd be better at slot corner. I just think he's better at press coverage. If Evan Ingram becomes unguardable against linebackers, you might as well make his potential kryptonite Simmons on the same team. Yeah. Well, hopefully that happens, VCJ. Hopefully he stays healthy. Blue Jackets talk probably another half an hour or so. It depends. Depends on how the stream goes. I usually don't go more than 3 hours. If the stream is still, pretty good like it is right now at 10:30, maybe I'll go to 11 o'clock, but I won't go past 11 o'clock tonight. So maybe half an hour somewhere in there. Am I happy with Joe Judge? We'll see, Sam. He said all the right things, but We have to see if it translates onto the field. We have to see what he does if it translates onto the field. All right, Rudy T, man, thank you, sir. You have a great night as well. Thank you for hanging out with us, and thank you for everything. Thank you for being a great subscriber, sir. I appreciate that. Where would the ideal fit for Hurts be? Where does he fall? I think Hurts is a third-round quarterback, Wilkie. He's like a rich man's Taysom Hill. He can do a lot of different things. I don't think he'll ever be a starter. I think he's more of a backup guy and more in there for gadget plays where you can bring him in and do a lot of things with him. The Patriots could probably use him, although they don't really have a starting quarterback. I'm trying to think of who, like, the ideal team for Hurts. Maybe Baltimore. Like, I can see some packages with Hurts and Jackson on the same team. I don't know if Baltimore would do that since they just took Jackson. But I could see packages with Hurts and Lamar Jackson together. That would confuse a lot of defenses. So I don't know. But I think he's a third or fourth round guy. I don't think he's going before the third round. Corey Coleman's got to stay healthy. Corey Ballantyne, he had a bad year. We'll see if he bounces back. Would I trade with the Chargers for 6 1/3? No. That's why the trade I make always involves the Giants' 4th round pick. I don't think the Chargers are giving us their 2nd round pick or just for moving up 2 spots. That's why I always include the 4th round pick on my mock drafts. I think the Giants are going to have to do more than that. Samuel, I appreciate you subscribing, my man. Thank you, sir. It's all in good fun. Like I said, I don't hate the Redskins at all. I respect the Skins. I respect the Skins fan base. I got no problem with the Redskins. I don't like the Redskins. I'm a Giants fan, but I don't have a problem with that. I hate the Eagles and Cowboys in a passion. I can't stand those 2 teams. Cheez-Its or Goldfish? Oh, Cheez-Its all day. I love the Cheez-Its. Love the Cheez-Its. I think the Ruiz is a little better than the tackles besides Thomas. I agree. I like Ruiz a lot. Hurts to Buffalo. That could happen too. That's not bad. A lot of that. Hurts can do a lot of things. I just don't think he's going to be an NFL starting quarterback. Ravens drafted Trace McSorley last year. They won't take Hurts. Yeah, I don't know. Hurts can do a lot of things. I also agree the Knicks should draft LaMelo Ball. I completely agree with that. Irish Sports New York. And Brandon Ingram, I love Brandon Ingram. I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy if James Dolan sold the team. James Dolan needs to sell the team. He needs to sell the team, man. What are the chances of the Giants making the playoffs in 2020? 25%. We have a really tough schedule. Favorite football snack is Cheez-Its. Blue Jackets talk. I love Cheez-Its. I can eat a family-sized box of Cheez-Its by myself, which is why I don't buy them anymore because, again, trying to just stay chopped up and slim and vascular, I can't be eating Cheez-Its. And that's like my kryptonite. I love freaking that and chips and salsa. I love that too. Hurts to Cincy. I mean, maybe if Hurts is in the 4th round, they do take Burrow on Hurts. That'd be interesting. Yes, you're right, Samuel. They do. Where's Nick Gates best at? It's a good question. He played well at right tackle. There's talks of him playing center. I guess we'll find out, Finez, but I think that Gates probably right tackle. What's going on, NY Sports MC? We need to see it sell James Dolan. I agree, Kenny. I agree, man. You hit 100 subs. Congratulations. Keep up the great work, sir. Here's to 200 subs, baby. Best tailgate food in the cold is a good hot dog sitting outside of MetLife. See, I like brats. I'm a big brat guy, man. You give me the brats outside of MetLife Stadium. The brats, the steak. Like when we tailgated with Meet the Mets put on a hell of a spread. Make my mouth water. Meet the Mets put on a hell of a spread. But give me the brats, man. The steaks. Some of them guinea eggs, man. Those things are amazing, man. Thank you, Uni Sanderson. I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate it, my man. And obviously, wings. Wings are always good. Ribs. Yeah. The tailgating is good stuff, man. I agree, Sidon Smith. Let's not get clever. Just pick Simmons at 4. I agree. Broccoli pizza's where is that? I like the Sicilian pizza myself. I like the Sicilian pizza. Just a regular Sicilian pizza or a tomato pie. One of those. But if I'm going to get toppings, you give me sausage and peppers all day on my pizza. Or bacon and jalapenos. I like that too. Bacon and jalapeno pizza is really good. Or you can give me bacon, jalapeno, sausage, and peppers. Or sometimes they go with the meatballs and peppers. You guys are making me hungry. It always turns into food in these streams. What the hell is that, man? That's because I always have the 420 crew in the chat and everybody gets hungry. I literally can't wait for the draft. Me neither, Blue Jackets talk. I can't wait either. Yes, Cheez-Its are the Cheez-Its. Yes, they are, Mr. A. Lewis Sr. You're not lying. I freaking love Cheez-Its. It is probably my favorite snack food. Now, like I said, are chips and salsa. I love tortilla chips and salsa. But Cheez-Its, they're addicting. They're addicting. Wings and beer, yeah, absolutely. Tua or Herbert at 4. Trade him for 2 first-round picks, Simmons, and an offensive tackle. You never know. Yeah, but what if you can't find a partner, Bradley? That's the problem with that. Bacon and banana peppers. It's weird. Jalapeno peppers do not give me heartburn. Banana peppers give me heartburn, so I stay away. So does pepperoni. That's why I stay away from those things. It always turns into food in here, Kenny. I think the Cowboys will take Jalen Hurts. It's possible. It'll be interesting to see where Jalen goes, without a doubt. The food critic has arrived 4:20 time. Oh, no doubt about that. Jalapenos and peppers, man. Can we try Gates at center, draft Wills at 4? They could. They definitely could. Mushrooms or pickles? I like pickles. I would take pickles over mushrooms, but I love mushrooms too. Honestly, with everything going on, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the most viewed sporting event ever. It definitely could be Blue Jackets talk. It definitely could be. I'm looking forward to working with Chris and I had a really good time doing it last year. I'm looking forward to it again this year. It's gonna be fun. Pepperoni pizza. I'd rather have heartburn than pineapple on my pizza. Always go buffalo wings with my friends and go nuts on wings and beer. Oh, you should, man. You should. Brisket before a game, that's good too, man. No doubt. Pulled pork sandwiches. I mean, tailgating is amazing. Alex, April 16th, I think a week from yesterday, they released the schedule. Cheez-Its are the best. I love Cheez-Its. Ravioli, give me the pizza all day. I think the Giants will be better than the Redskins in 2020, just because I like our quarterback better, and I think we'll beat the Redskins like we always do, honestly. Artichokes or black olives? I don't like artichokes, so give me black olives. Could you please go over the O-line? Who will play where? Well, it depends on who we draft, but we're going to have, obviously, Solder at left tackle. We're going to have Will Hernandez at right guard. Spencer Pulley is supposed to be the center, but it could be Nick Gates. You never know. Kevin Zeitler is obviously going to be right guard. And then it depends. If we take Wills, maybe he plays left tackle. They move Solder over to right tackle. Maybe Wills plays right tackle, and they move Gates to center. Same thing can be said if they draft Andrew Thomas or Mekhi Becton or any of those guys that are left tackles. Maybe they move Solder to the right side. But I think that's pretty much what you're looking at, depending on who we draft. If we don't go lineman, it'll be Solder, Hernandez, and I think Spencer Pulley's the center, Zeitler, and then Gates, and you'll have Cam Fleming, for depth over there at right tackle. But I think that's how they're going to do it. Or if they do draft Cesar Ruiz or Lloyd Cushenberry in the second round, maybe they start at center, Spencer Pulley doesn't play, and you move Nick Gates to right tackle as well. So it depends on who the Giants draft. But it is going to be a great draft show. They released the schedule. Oh, they pushed it back. Okay, thanks, Sports. I didn't know they pushed it back. I saw it initially it was April 16th. I didn't know they pushed it back. Pizza with meatballs. I love it. It's fantastic, man. The Redskins get Chase Young. Do you think Solder will? I think Solder's going to need help over there against Chase Young. When I was watching Wills, I definitely think no doubt, Blue Jackets talk. I mean, Wills is the best tackle in this draft, in my opinion. And if we're going to take a tackle at 4, or we're going to take a tackle at all, give me Jedrick Wills. Jedrick Wills or Andrew Thomas. Those are really the two guys I want. I'm not going to be mad at Wirfs. Don't want Becton. But Wills and Thomas, give me the guys in the SEC that play against those tough pass rushers and play in big games. Those are the guys I want. Dolan or Dolkolax, they both give you the shits. Oh, tell me about it, Mr. Lewis is in here. Dolan's been giving me the shits for 20 years. My God, man. Dolan, I mean, I don't even know what the hell to say anymore. It's become such a laughingstock. Who puts pineapple on a pizza? I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, Toilolo's going to have to help block. There's no doubt about that. I like Thomas too, man. Scott Van Pelt doesn't have anything on you, Baddog. You should interview. I appreciate that, Kenny. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. Wirfs has a higher ceiling than his average now. Yeah, I heard Becton has a high ceiling too. Just give me the guys that have the highest floor, please. Give me the guys with the highest floor, not the highest ceiling. That's how I want to go. Jerry Colangelo or Jerry Reese. I mean, Jerry Reese sucked. Dolan is a clown. I love pineapple. Pineapple's my favorite fruit, but I'm not putting it on my pizza. Definitely not doing that. I want my Browns to draft either Thomas or Becton over Wirfs, Wills because we're desperate in need of a left tackle. There's a chance Wirfs or Wills can't do that in 1 year. I think Wills will be great for you, Blue Jackets talk. I do think Thomas will be there for you at 10, though. Honestly, I think Andrew Thomas is going to be there for the Browns at 10 because I do think that Wirfs and Wills will go before Andrew Thomas. I do think he'll be there at 10 for you. Give me Wills. I'm with you, Roman. I want Wills myself. Do I think Evan Ingram's injury prone? Absolutely. If Daniel Jones is the 49ers quarterback in the Super Bowl, they win the game. That could be. I think Daniel Jones will be better than Jimmy Garoppolo. Beckham 6'7" because size doesn't always matter, and his size could be a problem. I don't like his mechanics. I don't like his technique. That's why. Giants fan, what's good, my man? How you doing, brother? Thank you for joining the stream. Hope you're staying safe. I know you still work all the time, so I hope you're staying safe, my man, and everything is well. I can't wait for the draft either. You like most of the teams that are rivals with mine, and I still think you're one of the, if not the greatest. I appreciate that, Kenny Aldrich. Thank you, man. I appreciate that very much. Rivals are good. It's that trash talking's all fun and games. At the end of the day, man, you respect passionate fans. They love their team the way I love my team, and it's all fun and games. I love talking sports, man. It's a lot of fun. It is. So I appreciate that, Kenneth. Thank you, man. Oh my God, this is Bill O'Brien is trash. He's terrible. He's terrible. No, thank you, Dire Giants fan. Who drafts Kenneth Murray? The Raiders, maybe at 19. Maybe he slips to the Ravens. Maybe the Saints get him at 24. Maybe the Giants get him if we trade back with the Jags and get 9 and 20. Maybe the Jags take him at 20. I think Kenneth Murray is between like 18 and 28. I think that's where he is, somewhere in there. We got time, man. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate that so much, my man. Brilly, brother. He says, what's up, Bad Dog? Dream draft for me, round 1, Thomas. Round 2, Ruiz. Round 3, Claypool. Round 4, Parrish. Round 5, big running back. What do you think of my selections? Listen, I have no problem with Thomas, Ruiz, and Claypool. I have no problems with that at all. I want Isaiah Simmons, but you saw my first 2 mock drafts. I went tackle center. Both of those drafts. Without a doubt. I mean, I could even go Thomas round 1. Round 2, we could go Zach Bond for the linebacker spot. Maybe round 3, Biotish is there. But Claypool in the 3rd round is a steal. I've been liking Michael Pittman myself round 3, but I have no problem. I don't know who Parrish is. Honestly, we got time, but I can tell you this, and I've mentioned this before, the running back that I really like late in this draft is Anthony McFarland out of Maryland. I really like that kid, and I think if we get him in the 6th round, I think he is a steal. That 4.4, 4.40 speed and just really good. But thank you so much for the $5 boom and Dire Giants fan, man. Thank you for the super chat, my good man. Appreciate it so much, guys. Thank you for the love. Brilly says, congrats on 26K, Bad Dog Road to 27K. Well, Dire Giants fan, we're grinding it out. We don't have those Lakers streams that grab 200 and 300 a night, so we're grinding it out. But I'll tell you, it's the best part about this happening is it's allowed me to really dig into the Giants content and do all this Giants stuff, which is my obvious passion on here, which is why I started my YouTube channel, to be able to really research the draft and really get into this and be ready for it on April 23rd to stream with the Entertainer for 3 days. It's going to be awesome. So I'm really looking forward to it. Dire Giants fan, man, thank you for everything you do, and thank you for the $2 boom. He says Parrish is a slot corner from, is it Parrish or Pride? Isn't Pride the corner from Notre Dame, or am I getting him mixed up? Troy Pride. Where's Troy Pride from? Maybe I'm getting him confused, because when I get late in the draft, I don't remember all these names. It does become a blur. But anyway, we got time, man. Thank you for the $2 boom, Brilly, my good man. I appreciate that so much, man. Do I think Cesar Ruiz will be there for? I hope so, Roman. I'm praying. I want Cesar Ruiz in the 2nd round. I like Josh Jones better than Austin Jackson. I'd love to trade back for an offensive tackle and draft the center in the 2nd round. I'm good with that, too. Without a doubt, man. Do you think Daniel Jones is another Eli Manning? I think Daniel Jones, I'm hoping. If Daniel Jones is anything close to Eli Manning, I'll be happy. Joey Shakes, man, thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate that so much. Really. If you guys haven't subbed up Joey Shakes, there's a good Eagles fan, works really hard on his channel. Go over there and show that guy some love. Sub up his channel, because he works Very hard. Joey, maybe I should cut. You have Twitter, Joey? I'd like to work with Joey Shakes myself. I'm trying to work with different video makers that I haven't worked with, and I always love working with my rivals. So if you're on Twitter, man, DM me or something. I'm at Mr. Baddog 7676. Maybe we can work together in the future. He says, good luck in the draft. Giants trade for Yannick from an Eagles fan. I honestly don't know. That article, Joey, that was crazy. I can't see the Jags giving up all of that for the 4th overall pick. You know what I mean? I just can't see them doing that. We do have the cap space to sign Yannick, but I don't know if I want to pay a pass rusher $18 to $20 million a year. It's a tough call. Depending on what we got for the trade, I could go for it, but I'm kind of on the fence. You know what I mean? I could go either way. So, I mean, you ask me today, I could say yes. You ask me tomorrow, I could say I don't want it. It's an interesting situation. I'm not really sure. But Joey, man, thank you so much. And a $5, boom! Let me write that down. You're at Joey Shake 72. All right. So, I should remember this because it's your YouTube name. But yeah, we'll hit up on Twitter and see if we can work together in the future, because I haven't got to work with you. So, like I said, I like working with my rivals. I like to get their opinions on what they want to do with with the draft and what they did in free agency and everything. I always love working with my rivals. That's a lot of fun. How do I think about Luke Kuechly retiring? That was crazy, man. That was crazy. Yeah, I could definitely stream a Kid Blue. I did a 24-hour stream back in August. I streamed a Kid Blue for like 2 hours. That was great. I loved having Kid Blue on the channel. Kid Blue is awesome. I freaking love that kid, man. He's good people. Is Brandon Cooks any good? Brandon Cooks is good, but he's had concussion problems, and he's getting paid a lot of money. But Cooks is good. But what the hell are the Texans trading for Cooks for if they traded? Like, why are you going to trade DeAndre Hopkins to get Brandon Cooks? They could have got a receiver just as good as Brandon Cooks with their second-round pick and not paid him anything. Bill O'Brien don't know what the hell he's doing at all. Wayne Russell, man, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it so much, my man. Brilly, brother. He says, wish we could have traded back with the Jets in 18 and took Nelson. Look what the Colts got in return. Number 6 and 3 seconds would have been more optimal. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I don't think the Jets would have traded with us, though, honestly, Wayne. Because I remember the Jets, I think in 2016, now don't quote me on this because Jerry Reese is an idiot and I can't see him doing this, because Jerry Reese never traded up in the first round. Well, he would have traded back. But supposedly the Giants tried to trade with the Jets in 2016 and the Jets didn't want to give up anything. So I don't know if the Jets want to work with the Giants. That's the only thing. That's the tough thing, Wayne. I don't know if the Jets and Giants can work together, man. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it so much, man. A $5 boom from Wayne Russell, man. Thank you, my man. Chidozi, what did you say up there? I just read my last comment. This scenario from Fisk. He said I could possibly get him and owns up to his mistakes and cut Leonard Williams. We take Derek Brown with the 4th pick. I don't like this pick. Oh, God, no. No Derek Brown. No Derek Brown. And that pick is going to piss me off more than anything else if we take him. That one's going to make me mad. No Derek Brown. No. Do not want Derek Brown. Do not want another defensive tackle on this team. Do you think the Pats will go 500? Yes. You got Bill Belichick, Kenneth? Yes. Oh, you're a Pats fan. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know you're a Pats fan. Well, listen, to me, I'll say this, Kenneth. You're not my rival. Patriots are not the Giants' rivals. Red Sox, yes. I'm a Yankee fan. The Red Sox are my rivals. I love Tom Brady. Tom Brady's like one of my favorite players of all time. Ask around. I've always rooted for the Patriots in the Super Bowl, except for when they play us. Everybody's like, how can you like the Patriots better? I'm like, they're not our rival. They play in the AFC. The Jets fans can hate you guys. I don't hate them. I don't hate them at all. No, Cooks went to the Texans. Today they made the trade. With Chase on at number 4, nothing's going to give me the Daniel Jones reaction. Blue Jackets. Nothing. Chase on wouldn't do it. Derek Brown will piss me off. We take Derek Brown or a wide receiver, I will have a rant. It will not be an exorcism rant like I did with Daniel Jones, but I will not be happy at all. Well, Philly, I get Philly 500 on here almost anytime. I gotta text Philly 500, see when he's available. Definitely. Sarah Small, how you doing, my lady? Thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate you being here. New York Giants have Eli Manning. No, Eli Manning retired. Praying Clowney's Brown. That could definitely happen. What's going on, Webbo Stars fan? Thank you for joining the stream, sir. Good to see you. Like I said, Cleveland are the closest team to happen. They could. Do we get Ben Victor from Ohio State? I love John Hightower from Boise State. Love him. I love John Hightower. Late, like a 5th-round pick, John Hightower, give me him all day. What if it's Lamb? I'll still be mad. And I love CeeDee Lamb. But I'll still be mad because the Giants have such more pressing needs than wide receiver. Just do it. Ed left. Ed had to go. He was on for like an hour and a half, so he was here for a while. I can't keep my guests on here for 3 hours, except for entertainment, because we work together all the time. But Eddie had to do something. Hey Nikki, what's going on? Son's birthday was good. Little bad dog turned 3, so it was awesome. Hey, all right, Bradley. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that, brother. Thoughts on Tuska? Yeah, Tuska's really good, too. I don't know if he'll be a Giant, but that's another one. A lot of people like Tuska. A lot of people like him, without a doubt. But thank you for hanging out, Bradley. I appreciate that. I'll see Kristaps. I will see if I can get Philly 500. People love Philly 500. Raiders want Herbert? They should. They should. If Young is still available at 4, we take Michael Berry. We take Chase Young if he's there at 4. Ed Oliver's a good dude. Yeah, he was. It was a lot of fun having him on the channel tonight. I'd rather trade with Jacksonville because you get 2 first-round picks. You get 9 at 20. You're still going to get your left tackle at 9, and then you could get Kenneth Murray at 20. Deion Lewis is better than John Hightower. Well, Deion Lewis is a running back. John Hightower is a wide receiver. I don't know how he could be better than John Hightower. I don't understand that one. I know so many Giants fans rooting for the Eagles to win against the Pats in the Super Bowl. I couldn't do it, Kenny. I could never root for them. Like I told Ed, I rooted for the Redskins. I will not root for the Cowboys or Eagles ever. What players in New York Giants looking at? Tristan Wirfs, Jedrick Wills, Mekhi Becton, Isaiah Simmons, Andrew Thomas. Those guys. How old am I? I'll be 44 in July, so I'm 43. I've been around a long time. Thank you, NFL DNA. Derek Brown is good, but we don't need a defensive tackle. How does he feel about having Landon Collins? He said that, Landon Collins needs to play better and that he can't cover, but he had 117 tackles and he's more of a box safety. He pretty much agrees with what we do. He didn't say that he was great or anything. Love is better than Herbert. We'll see. I like Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's a lot like Daniel Jones. He really is, with a stronger arm. Justin Herbert's good. I thought Herbert was coming out last year, and that was the quarterback I wanted the Giants to draft last year, was Justin Herbert. I like Herbert. There is a lot of directions we can go, but I want the center in the second round. We need a center bad. Trent, it depends on the day, but usually it's the Eagles. I usually hate the Eagles about that much more than the Cowboys. Rich, he could be. That's the problem. Yeah, the Philly special sucked. Who do you think Dallas takes at 17? If Mekhi Becton's there, they could take Mekhi Becton. Honestly, they could take. I don't think Henry Ruggs would be there at 17. You guys could use line help. I don't know. It's a good question, man. I don't know. Am I watching the Eagles comeback? My God. Unfortunately, Young Money, that is what's on my TV right now. It's 31-17 right now with 5:47 to go in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I have it on. You know what? I'll tell you a story about this. So I'll never forget this as long as I live. It's 31-10 Giants. And I forgot exactly who Michael Vick threw the touchdown to, where I think it was Kenny Phillips missed the tackle, right? Kenny Phillips misses a tackle, and I forgot who it was, goes like 80 yards for a touchdown. And my buddy, who's a Giants fan, is like, all right, man, yeah. I'm like, what are you cheering for? And he's like, oh, I got fantasy points. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I'm like, what are you cheering? They just scored like that. I'm like, you don't need them scoring any points. Sure enough, it came back to bite us. I'll never forget that as long as I live, him cheering that the Eagles scored a touchdown because it helped his fantasy team. I will lose fantasy football every day, every week for the rest of my life to beat the Eagles or the Cowboys. Oh my God, I couldn't believe that. I'm like, don't ever cheer for them. Ever. Why do I hate the Eagles? I hate the Eagles because I hated Buddy Ryan. I hated Buddy Ryan with a passion. I grew up in the Buddy Ryan era. The Reggie Whites, the Seth Joyners, the Jerome Browns. I hated those guys, man. I hated them. Clyde Simmons, DeAndre Waters, those dirty-ass players. I hated those guys. Mike Golick, who sucked, without a doubt. Adding 11 will help solve your anxiety with Henry Ruggs going to any of our division. Well, this is probably true. I don't think that he could cover Henry Ruggs, but you're right, Jeffrey. I do want number 11, sir. If Henry Ruggs was ever available in the second round, the Giants need to take him in a heartbeat. He won't be. He might be the first receiver off the board, Prison Mike. But, I mean, in the second round, the Giants would have to take him. And then trade him. Something. Well, all 4 tackles can't be off the board if we're picking 4th. But if it comes down to Younger Simmons, I want Isaiah Simmons more than I want Chase Young. I just think Isaiah Simmons does a lot more than Chase Young. Honestly. I do. I've picked the Eagle players because I jinx players that I take on my fantasy team. So I do take Eagle players on purpose. And Cowboys players. I usually do. I can't play fantasy football because, I don't like fantasy football either. Tua is injury prone, yes. What was my reaction to Deshaun Jackson's punt return? Honestly, I just shook my head in disbelief, but I kind of knew it was coming. I was more mad at the easy touchdown they got to make it 31-17. When that happened, I knew we were in trouble. I could feel the game slipping away. So I just kind of shook my head can't believe that just happened. I mean, I was mad, but I'm like, of course. Of course. What are we going to do with 4 middle linebackers? You have depth there. You have depth. Isaiah Simmons is there for your future. Fackrell's there for 1 year. Zemeni's and who's our middle linebackers? Blake Martinez, right? Zemeni's is an outside linebacker. Carter's an outside linebacker. The Lions trade their pick, Okuda or Simmons. No, Simmons. We just signed James Bradbury, 3 years, $45 million. Simmons all day. Simmons is the guy that I want. It doesn't matter who's there at number 4. Pretty much, that's what it was, Trent. Pretty much just a sad stare at the TV. Sean Jackson, punt return. Yeah, I know. It's awful. With Isaiah Simmons hopefully coming to the Giants, would you be open to... No, you can't unretire Sims. Sims won 2 Super Bowls. He won 1, but he was part of 2 Super Bowls. You can't do that. Anyway, we got time, man. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly. I appreciate it. Thoughts on keeping safety Michael Thomas for 1 year? Well, we need safety help. You know what I mean? So I think that's who you're talking about. You talking about Michael Thomas? Oh, yeah, safety Michael. Yeah, so I'm fine with it. 1 year, we need safety depth. Absolutely. I am with that, without a doubt. I am with that. I don't know why that little black mark's there. I'm with that, though. I'm definitely would keep Michael Thomas because we need the safety help. We don't have a lot of safeties on this team. But thank you for the $2 boom. Marjorie, it's a great question. I think Herbert is the second quarterback off the board. So Burrow goes to the Bengals, and then I guess it depends on what the Chargers and Dolphins do. But I think whichever one of those 2 teams picks first, I think that's who gets Herbert. So I don't know. I think both Miami and Los Angeles want Herbert, and maybe even the Raiders trade up and get Herbert. It's going to be interesting, Marjorie. I mean, it's going to be an interesting draft. If the Lions and Giants picks are going to be very interesting because both of those teams have the ability to trade down. I think 1 and 2 are set. I think Chase Young is going to Washington. I think Joe Burrow is going to the Bengals. And then it'll be interesting to see what the Lions and Giants do at 3 and 4. For sure. David Bialago, man, thank you so much on the super chat. I appreciate that, my man. Brilly. What do you think Bill O'Brien will give us for Leonard Williams? Great question. Dave Gettleman should get on the phone right now and see what he could get for Leonard Williams. Maybe we get a first rounder out of Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien is not the sharpest crayon in the box. Let's just put it that way, man. I don't know. It's a great question. Maybe he could get a ham sandwich. No, I mean, we could probably give him a ham sandwich. We might get 2 first-round picks from Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien's an idiot. Thank you so much. And a $5 boom, David. I appreciate that so much. I do like Hennessy at the center. He's one of the centers I like. I like Ruiz the best. Ruiz and Cushenberry are the guys that I like the best. I love the way Fisk describes EJ because I feel like he's the savior. Daniel Jones is really good. I like Daniel Jones a lot. Didn't like him on draft night. Love him now. And loved him like 4 days after when I started watching film on him. But Fisk rode with him the whole time. If you could only pick one, who do you got? Cruz, Plax, Nix, OBJ. Talent-wise, you got to give me Odell Beckham. But if I'm picking, give me Victor Cruz. I loved Victor Cruz. One of my favorite Giants of all time. It's too bad he got hurt. But yeah, give me Victor Cruz. Give me Victor Cruz. What do you think is the most underrated tackle in the class other than Becton, Wills, and Wirfs? Jones and Jackson. Those guys are probably underrated. But I mean, those top three guys are your best three. And then I think Becton is underneath those three. And then I think Jackson and Jones are the next tier. Yeah, they probably do wish that. American or provolone cheese? Oh, provolone cheese, absolutely. Do I think Chase Young's... I'm not going to compare Chase Young to anybody yet. I can't put him in a class of Michael Strahan. That's like saying Isaiah Simmons is going to be the next Mike Singletary. And I'm not going to do that either. Some Giants fans actually comparing him to Lawrence Taylor, sacrilege. I heard OGR. I watched OGR Sports' video today talking about Isaiah, and he was talking about how some Giants fans were talking about him being Lawrence Taylor. And I said, I'm thinking to myself, if any Giants fan is comparing Isaiah Simmons to Lawrence Taylor, you never watched Lawrence Taylor play. Because if you watched Lawrence Taylor play, you would never in your life compare anybody to Lawrence Taylor. Ever. Ever. You would never compare them. Dino Barry, what's going on? Kush, what's up, man? I like OGR, man. OGR is a really good dude. Really good dude. That's why anytime he's in here, I plug his channel anytime I can because I love him. I think he's really good. And then we got Ty, man. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it so much, my man. Brilly, thoughts on Josh Jacobs getting robbed the Rookie of the Year? Oh, there's no doubt about that. Josh Jacobs was Rookie of the Year, hands down. It didn't belong to Kyler Murray. And I love Kyler Murray. I'm going to root for Kyler Murray. Big Sooners fan, a big Kyler Murray fan, just like I'm a big Baker Mayfield fan, even though he's a dick. But I still root for him because he was a Sooner. But I'm going to tell you this. Josh Jacobs should have won Rookie of the Year. Daniel Jones had a better rookie season than Kyler Murray did, in my opinion. Sports Expert, it's tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on this channel. I'll be talking Giants with the Entertainer, talking sports. I'll be on Uncle Lou's morning show, 8 a.m. tomorrow on Uncle Lou on LouTube. I'll be on that channel tomorrow talking with him and my boy BVD. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to working with those guys as well. I'm their favorite Yankee. That's pretty much a show. BVD lives in Tennessee. Lou lives in Georgia. A lot of guys from down south join that show. I'm their favorite Yankee, so I'm looking forward to working with them. Yes, Tua is injury-prone, Samuel S. Darius Anderson. I don't know much about Darius Anderson. Do you believe that Sterling Shepard can have a safer in his best season as a slot receiver? I do think, Prison Mike, that he would be a great slot receiver. That was where he was best at Oklahoma, and I think that the Giants should play him in the slot a lot more this year, without a doubt. Someone said a difference between I could see Haskins becoming the next Cam Newton. Let's not get carried away. Yeah, that's crazy, VCJ, no doubt. That's not good. Dexter Lawrence had the highest grade for all rookie defensive players. How good can he be? Dexter Lawrence could be very good. This is a guy, Trent, that I wanted the Giants to draft last year. I thought 17 may have been a little early for Dexter Lawrence, but I did want Dexter Lawrence on the Giants. And I do think that he can be very good. I really do. I think Dexter Lawrence can be a very good defensive tackle. Ramdre, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining the stream. Haskins does suck, Steve. I completely agree. Where's Jalen Hurts going? I was talking about that earlier. I don't know. He's going to go third or fourth round, Riley. Maybe the Patriots could use him. Maybe the Bears? I don't know. Maybe the Niners? I honestly don't know. It'll be interesting to see where he goes. Can we move Julian Love to slot? They could. They're also talking about playing Julian Love at safety. So Orlando, they could do a lot with Julian Love. He's very versatile, which is why I like him a lot. That was a steal in the fourth round. And we got time, man. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it. Brilliant topic when we collaborate. I want to do Knicks and Cruz. Oh, we could definitely talk about that. There's no doubt about that, man. No doubt about that. We could do that. I thank you so much. And a $2 boom. I met them both at training camp, and they're both really nice guys. We put Slayton in punt returner. If Corey Coleman's healthy, I think he'll be the punt returner. Hurts at the Saints. They kind of got a guy already in Taysom Hill, like Jalen Hurts. So I don't know if they would do that. For 2 straight years, Washington drafts Ohio State player Haskins and Young. Yeah, that could be. That could be. Young will be a lot better than Haskins. I can tell you that. I'm not a I'm not a fan of Haskins. I'm not a fan of Haskins at all. I didn't like him coming out of Ohio State. I'm just not a fan. Beyond all the noise and hype, how do you see the Giants panning out in the new year, taking all points out the window, all talking points out the window? Like 6-10, Corey. We have a really tough schedule. So I just don't think we're ready to compete with the Niners, the Seahawks, the Ravens, the Steelers. The Browns are going to be tough. And then we got the Eagles and Cowboys. The Bucks are going to be tough this year. So we have a tough schedule. Daniel, thank you for the super chat, my man. I appreciate it so much. Brilly says, Bad Dog the GOAT. Daniel, how can I be the GOAT when you're the GOAT? Thank you for the $2. Boom. Appreciate that. Uncle Lou's morning show is a live stream. Yes, he does it every day. Do I like the Wu-Tang Clan? Afghanistan. You know the answer to that. I wear the Wu-Tang shirt all the time, baby. But with Ed Oliver coming out here, I had to wear number 56, baby. Number 56. This jersey's huge on me now that I lost all this weight. Bad Dog is maybe the only Giants fan pre-draft to not want Haskins. I did not want Haskins. Everybody knows the only quarterback that I wanted was Kyler Murray. I didn't want Daniel Jones. I can say that, and I think you obviously knew that by watching the draft reaction. But, I did not want Haskins. Did not. What's going on, Skins fan? Oh, it's been a while since I saw you, sir. You missed him. I had Ed Oliver on the stream for like an hour and a half. So if you want to check that out, man, I had him on for like an hour and a half at the beginning of the thing. But I hope all's well, sir. I hope you're doing well and you're staying safe down there. And where are you from? Washington, Maryland, somewhere in that area? But I hope all's well, sir. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good luck to your Skins this year. Without I don't hate the Skins. So good. Thank you, Nicky. Appreciate that. I got a signed helmet, even though I'm a Pats fan. Yeah, I mean, listen, if I could get, you know how many Tom Brady rookie cards I have, Kenneth? That's why I love Tom Brady so much. If I could ever get a Tom Brady signed helmet, I'd kill for one of those. Do I think Simmons is Lawrence Taylor? I just got done saying that. No. No. I wanted Haskins for the hell I did. I never wanted Haskins in the first round at all. Man, we should bring back we should bring our red jerseys back. I want the retro 80s back. I wanted the retro 80s back without a doubt. Yeah, thanks, Skins fan all day. Appreciate it. In Virginia, okay. I knew you were down there. I didn't know you were in Virginia for some reason. I always thought you were in the D.C. area. Well, I guess Virginia is kind of the D.C. area. I'm a diehard Giants fan, live in Houston, but Houston is trash as I was born in Jersey. Yeah, Houston's not good. They're not good, man. Thank you, CJ. Appreciate that, sir. What is Gettleman going to do with the money he freed up? Save it. He said he wanted to save $20 million for in-season transactions and everything. The Wuggle says, back then at the draft, you would have been less mad at drafting Haskins. I still would have been mad. But you're right, I would have been less mad. That's for sure. I would have been less mad. Yeah, I would have been less mad. There's no doubt about that. I can't say I wouldn't have been less. I still would have been pissed. But no, you're right. I was more mad at Daniel Jones than Dwayne Haskins because, let's face it, I knew nothing about Daniel Jones. This is exactly why I reacted the way. If I would have watched it, because I'm thinking to myself, there's no way the Giants are considering this guy. I'm not ever going to go out of my way to look at film of Daniel Jones at Duke. So I never bothered. And the reaction was pure ignorance. If I would have looked at Daniel Jones's film before the draft, if I would have taken what they were saying seriously, I still would have been mad. Don't get me wrong. But I wouldn't have acted like that. I still would have been mad. Josh Allen was the guy that I wanted. I dreamed of the Giants getting Josh Allen. I loved him at Kentucky. He blew up Penn State in that bowl game. I wanted Josh Allen so bad. Never thought he'd get to the Giants at 6. So when he got there, no matter who they took, besides Josh Allen, I was going to be mad. It's just it happened to be Daniel Jones, who I knew nothing about, so I exploded. I think the Browns make the playoffs this year. They could. I honestly wanted Drew Lock in that draft in the second round. Drew Lock would have been good. Yeah, Drew Lock would have definitely been good. It's rumored that a mock draft that Justin Herbert comes home to sweet New England. You guys have to trade way up to get Justin Herbert. You're having to give up everything because Herbert's not going past 6. Herbert's going in the top 6 of this draft. Murray doesn't want the red jerseys anymore. Yeah, I don't like the red jerseys. I like the old Giants jerseys, though. So as to ghost what happened to Justin Herbert, we wanted him all last year. Well, he stayed. He stayed in Oregon. But that was the quarterback that I wanted last year for the Giants, but he stayed there for his senior year. But that's what happened. Yeah, and I did. I wanted Justin Herbert last year. I mean, if you watch the first show, the first Talking Giants show Chris and I did, you'll hear me mention I want the Giants to go after Teddy Bridgewater when he's a free agent. I want the Giants to try to get Teddy Bridgewater in here because he was young. Or if they wanted a draft, I wanted Justin Herbert. And that was like September of last year, though, or November. I think it was November last year. Chris and I started working together. So I didn't know that he wasn't going to declare. But you'll hear me say in there that I want Justin Herbert. Bavara's from your hometown. I loved Bavara. Bavara was an absolute beast. That's the next Giants jersey I got to get. Unless you draft Isaiah Simmons, I'm going to buy that immediately. Maybe the red jerseys had blue lightning and white numbers. Maybe. I never liked the red. Giants are blue. We're big blue. The Giants are big blue, not big red. That's why I never liked the red jerseys. Not red. Not big red. You know? Yeah, Herbert, he's going to be good, man. Who do you think Washington will pick in the first round? Chase Young. There's no doubt. Chase Young is going there. Do I think Simmons is Lawrence Taylor? No. I don't think anybody's Lawrence Taylor. There'll never be another Lawrence Taylor in my lifetime. Ever. What percentage we take Simmons at 4 in your opinion? 50%. 50% Simmons, 50% lineman. Although the reports are the Giants are leaning towards Simmons. And Dave Gettleman hasn't lied. He said he was taking Barkley. He did. He said he was taking Daniel Jones. He did. If they're leaning towards Simmons, it's a good chance. Chance we trade down, it's good if we have a partner. If we can trade with Miami or Los Angeles, then yes. I think the Giants could trade back. I don't know how far they want to trade back. The Raiders at 12 may be a push. Like they may be pushing it there because maybe they can't get the lineman they want at 12. But who knows? Yeah, I hear you, Riley. I like the 80s jerseys. If I had Haskins, I would definitely take a quarterback. The Redskins are high if they don't. Well, I mean, if they get Chase Young, it's over. I like Chase Young. Even though we have a hard schedule, I don't believe the teams in our division got. No, they definitely did not, Woggle. They definitely did not get better. You're right. They did not. Stranger things have happened. I don't know if we're ready to win this division, but you're right. Our division sucks. It's awful. And you're absolutely right. The Eagles and Cowboys did not get better. And they may not get better in the draft either, depending on what happens. But I think that the Redskins and the Giants will get better in this draft. I mean, it's a good question. I'll say this, Wuggle. If we can beat the Cowboys and Eagles, yes. Yes. If we can beat those guys, if we go 4-2 in this division, got a chance. We got a chance. 4-2 in this division, we got a chance. We beat the teams in our division, we got a chance. Just don't know if we're ready to do that yet. And then we got time, man. Thank you so much for all the love. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for all the love, brother. Brilly says, believe it or not, I love Jones now because he's somewhat, believe it or not, reminds me a little bit of my prototype, which is oddly Alex Smith. I think that I said that before myself, that they were saying his ceiling is Ryan Tannehill. But I completely agree with you, and we got time, because I know I've said this before, that I believe that Daniel Jones' ceiling is a rich man's Alex Smith. I completely agree. That is the guy that I compared him to myself, and I completely agree with you, man. Rich man's Alex Smith, nothing wrong with that. Because Alex Smith was a winning quarterback in this league. And again, he had a good arm. Well, Daniel Jones, I mean, he didn't have the greatest arm. Mobile, but accurate. And didn't make mistakes. That was the one thing Daniel Jones has to clear up. Alex Smith didn't turn the ball over. Daniel Jones has to clean up the turnovers. But you're right. I believe that that's where he is. I think he could be a rich man's Alex Smith, man. And thank you so much. And a final boom. Tommy G, I didn't hear anybody say that. I just heard them say his ceiling's Ryan Tannehill. But nobody wants to give Daniel Jones any credit because all the pundits and the media all said he was like a fourth-round pick and the Giants are horrible, and he ended up being a lot better than everybody thought. I remember Chris Carter, I had to go off on him because he said the touchdown pass Daniel Jones threw in his first game against the Jets was lucky. So dime. Daniel Jones is not the quarterback for the New York Giants. I promise you that. I guess we'll see. Jags really can't believe in this stash of quarterback. No, they can't. So the Giants trade 4-36 for 920 in Ngakoue. Then 9 draft Thomas, 20 draft Chase. Hey, listen. If the Giants could do that, Johnny T, I wouldn't be adverse to that either. I mean, that would be awesome if they could do that. Because then pretty much you're getting a Gok rate for 36 at that point because you're going to get 9 and 20 for 4. I would see maybe if we could give him 4 and 99. Maybe we could give him 4 and 99 because they're going to lose him. But that's not a compliment, a game manager. Daniel Jones doesn't need to be Tom Brady. Game managers win in this league. It's that simple. You put a good team around him, you need your quarterback. Extravagant quarterbacks do not need to be extravagant to win Super Bowls. They don't. Tom Brady's an extravagant quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen in our life. How many Super Bowls does he have? Was Aaron Rodgers better than Eli Manning? Yeah. Was Drew Brees better than Eli Manning? Yeah. Does Aaron Rodgers have 2 Super Bowls? No. Drew Brees have 2 Super Bowls? No. Does Russell Wilson have 2 Super Bowls? No. Don't need a superstar quarterback to win Super Bowls. You need a very good quarterback that makes good decisions and makes plays when he has to. That's all we need to ask about Daniel Jones. Hey, all right, Kenny, man. Thank you for hanging out, brother. I appreciate it. 518 in the house, Kenny. 518. Shout out to the 518. Have a great night, sir, and we'll see you tomorrow for Talking Giants, my man. What if the Redskins trade first and the Giants trade second? Well, I don't think the Giants and Redskins wouldn't trade, Rams are done. I do think the Rams are going backwards, Steven. Thoughts on Clevion Chase? One of my favorite linebackers in this draft. There's no doubt about that, Steve. There's no doubt about that. Or defensive end, whatever he is. He's kind of a hybrid. But I like Chase. I think if the Giants do trade back and get 19 or 20, I would get on board taking Chase on a 19 or 20. Definitely. I like Clevion Chase on. Who's my favorite member of the Wu-Tang Clan? The Jizza. The Liquid Swords album was incredible. The Jizza, definitely. That, like I said, Liquid Swords, unbelievable, man. All right, Kenny, have a great night, sir. Appreciate you being here. You seen where the BR Goat tourney? I have not seen that. Yeah. Well, we have a great run. Yeah. I agree, Afghanistan. I completely agree. Who do I think will finish last in the AFC East? The Jets. The Jets. I think the Jets finish last. The Chargers trade happens. Simmons. That's exactly Amari eats cereal. That's exactly what my dream draft is, and I did that mock draft today. My draft 3.0. That was exactly what I have. Simmons at 6, Ruiz at 36, and Gross Matos at 37. That is exactly what my dream scenario is. That is exactly what I said in my mock draft 3. Demons Roll, man, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it so much, brother. Brilly. I've been slacking on going YouTube live. I had a good following. Any advice? You and Chris are my favorite on Giants, by the way. We appreciate that so much, Demons Row. No, I don't. I really don't have any advice. Just be yourself, be consistent, and be genuine. Talk about what you love, man. I always say that part of my charm, like a lot of people love my rage. They love my reaction. They love when I get pissed. But that is genuine. Like, that is not, I'm not acting. It's just me. But people seem to enjoy when I get mad for some reason. I always say it's part of my, or when I start to rant because I go crazy. But yeah, just be consistent, be yourself, be genuine, and, do what you love doing. Because if you really enjoy it, that goes through the screen. People can tell if you're genuine. They're going to tell you love doing what you're doing. So that's my thing, is just be consistent, because I kind of got away from it myself, and luckily I had all this time and I've been able to get back to it. So that's what it is. Just be consistent, be yourself, and enjoy what you do. That's my best advice for you. And then we got time, man. Thank you again for all the love. I appreciate it so much, man. Brilly. Thoughts on all in on offense side of the ball in early rounds this year, and next year defense, Barkley and Jones not getting any younger plus their contracts. Listen, I've said it before, and we got time. I prefer Isaiah Simmons, but I will not be mad. And if you, like, again, my first 2 mock drafts, you'll see I have the Giants going tackle center in both of those mock drafts. We go tackle center, I am fine with that. I want a center in the second round no matter what. So I definitely want part of this offensive line being built. No matter what, I want the center. Cushenberry or Ruiz, one of them should be there. Give me that center in the second pick. I don't want the 7th best left tackle. I want the best center in the draft. They're one of the top 2 centers. So if we go Simmons, give me that center. If we go left tackle, give me that center. I want the center. I'll be happy if we go offense, though. I mean, I can get on board with that. There's no doubt about that. And thank yous both so much. And a $5 boom. Appreciate it so much, guys. Thank you. The purple tape, my favorite Wu-Tang. I'm trying to think of what they... it's not... oh, God, what is that? I can't believe I sold those, man. How long am I going to be live? I don't know. Benjamin, you're pretty late. I've been live almost 3 hours, man. I agree, Royal Prophet. Completely agree. Oh, Raekwon's album. I didn't see that one. I remember Only Built for Cuban Links. I had that for sure. That was a good one. And then I had, what the hell was the second album? I had a second album too. I love Liquid Swords. That's, the one that was, yeah, I'm not that big. I'm not going to get that Ed Oliver. Can you imagine? Yeah, Olivier Vernon sucks. Oh, he's so overpaid. Tell me you watch hockey. That I don't watch hockey per se, Simon. I am a Rangers fan. I'm a casual Rangers fan. I don't get Rangers games up here in Saratoga anymore. I don't get them. I get the Sabres now. But I always watch the Knicks instead. The Rangers make the playoffs, so I watch every single playoff game. And I watch every single playoff game. And I root for my ass off. And Philly 500 just texted me. Oh, he's sending me something. Philly 500 sending me something. Oh, he's sending me the kick return. Yeah, I'm telling him. I'm watching that game. Oh yeah, I'm not bringing the cards down for talking Giants. That's just got to be me when I'm alone. Oh, it is the purple tape. I didn't even know that. I only built for Cuban Links. I didn't know that was a purple tape. But yeah, I love that album. Obviously, Cal's a good one. All of those guys. It's not Shadowboxing. What the hell is that song of Method Man? They're all with Method Man. Nice. Very nice, and we got time. An autographed LT jersey. It's sweet. What am I watching? I just watched the Eagles' Miracle in Meadowlands 2. Oh, it's a purple cassette tape. That's why. I had a CD. I didn't have the... That's why. I got you, Demons Row. That's why. Chips or sweets? Yeah, I'm a salt guy, so I gotta go the chips. Yeah, Bring the Pain is great. Is a great Method Man song. What's my best O-lineman at number 4? Jedrick Wills is my favorite. I'm old too. I'm 43, Demons Row. I've been around a long time. I've been around a long time myself. But yeah, the Jizza was good. I remember the RZA one, the Bobby Digital. That was an interesting one too. And then you had Ghostface Killah. I had all their solo albums. I sold them all. Kenneth, we'll be live at 9 o'clock tomorrow. I do think the offense will be better because of the new staff, Wuggle. Yes, I think our coaching. I think coaching had a lot of reasons we were bad last year was because of the coaching. So I think that we will. I think we'll get better, for sure. I think the coaching will definitely improve the team, no doubt. Send Philly a video of McNabb throwing up in the Super Bowl. I should. Oh. He had to send that to me, and I'm like, I got it on, so I'm looking at it right now, man. Giovanni Galdino, hello to Brazil. Well, thank you for joining us from Brazil. I appreciate that very much. Middle linebackers after Simmons and Murray. Zach Baun. Zach Baun's not a bad linebacker. I think Zach Baun's pretty decent. We could just beat the Browns this year. I want Danny to kill Baker. I think we will. I think we'll beat the Browns. I want them to. We underestimated Big Blue. Our coaching staff caused us to lose so many games. I agree. I mean, our coaching staff is terrible, man. And we got time. Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it, man. Brilly, my good man. It's dropping tomorrow. I will definitely check it out. I will definitely give that a look tomorrow, man. I'll definitely give it a look, man. Thank you for all the love. I appreciate it so much, my man. $2. Boom! Yeah, we play the Browns next year. We got to beat them. It's at home. We got to beat Odell Beckham. We got to beat Odell Beckham. That's, like I said, as far as like the Giants video makers getting together and going to another Giants game like we do the Jets, the Browns are the one I think we're trying to get. I think that's the one everybody wants to go to is the Browns game. So I think that's what we're going to, if we're allowed, if they're allowing fans in the stadiums at that point, I think that's the one we're going to try to get to. Giants do a jersey change. I'd like to go back to the 80s jerseys. I think the main reason why Mayfield has a software is because, yeah, that's true. His coach is terrible. Odell and DeAndre, but yeah, they are. They are for sure. You know that, Demons Row. Say even during a rebuild season last year, we could have been right in the thick of the division. This is true. That's what I'm saying. We just got to beat the teams in this division. We'll be fine. Jake Fromm's the next Gardner Minshew. Looks decent if the starter gets hurt. Yeah, Fromm isn't good. Fromm's not good. I would love to see Odell's face and beat him. Feel sorry for Knicks fans? Yeah, I'm a Knicks fan, and I feel sorry for myself, honestly. Oh, good, Sion Richard. Thank God you are feeling good. Good to see you, man. I'm glad you're feeling better, sir. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah. Let Odell Beckham catch a quick slant over the middle, and Simmons will knock his ass out. Good, Johnny D. How you doing, my man? I'm going to try and make it that game. You all go to. Oh, it'll be awesome when we got time. Absolutely, man. It would be awesome. Said Knicks fan here too, Demons Row. Uncle Lou is Fromm's biggest fan, not me. Jack Fromm, as he calls him. Gun to your head, will DJ be a top 10 quarterback? Before his career's over? Absolutely, Royal Prophet. Yes. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Will somebody in this chat please educate Kenny Joseph about Isaiah Simmons not being Dion Buchanan? Can somebody educate this fella who keeps saying Isaiah Simmons is Dion Buchanan because he's played safety and now plays linebacker? Dion Buchanan played money backer. I don't know who Bob Menery is. No, I do not. I don't want Garrett to bonk Danny in the head if he's, yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. That's insane. Go to my head, Philly or Boston teams that I like better. Well, I hate the Eagles and the Red Sox with absolute passion. But I like the city of Boston a lot, so I'd go with Boston teams. Just because I like it. And I love Fenway Park. I'm not going to lie. Fenway Park is awesome. Fenway Park is awesome. So I'd have to go with the Boston teams. No problem, Benjamin. I hope we get Simmons too, man. You're a Redskins fan. You're going to get Chase Young. If you'd run a defense, would you rather run a 3? I'd rather run a 4-3, personally. But you need the linebackers to run a 3-4. Like in the 80s, when we had Carson Banks, Taylor, Reasons, Pepper Johnson, you could run Andy Hedden. You could run a 3-4. That's the thing. Guys are like, we have too many linebackers. But you run a 3-4, you need a lot of linebackers. The Giants had a lot of linebackers in the 80s, guys. They drafted linebackers every year. Yes, we need more read options with Danny. I completely agree. Joe Judge fails. I'm telling you, Jason Garrett is here for a reason. Maybe. His ownership's a problem for the ownership is a problem for us. There's no doubt. Do I think Garrett will still be clapping? Yes, I do. How do you feel about having to face the Skins defensive line twice if they get young? It's going to be scary. It's going to be scary. Yeah, we could re-sign Marcus Golden, but I don't think the Giants are interested in him. Honestly. Giants that I have not kept up with that, but the Giants all-time team should be in the top 4. They should be. We got some of the greatest players in the history of this game. LT on his own. We don't have some of the greatest offensive players in this game. I wonder who our quarterback. Our quarterback's got to be Eli. I wonder who the hell our receivers are. I'll have to watch that thing. See who our receivers are. Toomer's got to be one of them. But then I don't know. What's going on? Josh Satori, what's going on, man? They still have Collins? And we just beat him over the... Yeah, we just have to throw over the middle every time. Yeah, you're right, Josh. Collins sucks. Oh, you're a Giants fan. I'm sorry, Sam. I must have got you confused with somebody else. Yes, I hope we take Simmons. I hope we're taking Simmons. Ligma, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. Brilly. Ligma. Ligma ASMR. He says the Giants draft Chase Claypool at 4. No, I'll be really pissed off if they do that. Don't say that. Thank you for the $2. Boom. I appreciate that, Ligma. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it so much. No. It depends on the personnel, Kenny. In my opinion. Depends on the personnel. It really does. Yeah, it is. We're not taking a wide receiver 4th. Better commercial Eli dancing with Odell or DJ and Saquon sing You're Loved by the Outfield? I haven't seen that. I have to look that up on YouTube. I've not seen that commercial, Royal Prophet. But I'll go with DJ and Saquon because You're Loved by the Outfield is my favorite song from the entire 80s decade. So I love that song. So I'll have to go with that one. Did not like Time of My Life by Bill Medley and Jennifer Warnes. Yes, it was. The Gatorade dunking started with the Giants. The Giants traded Yannick for Yannick in a second. I wouldn't be happy with that. All right, Samuel, sounds great, my man. I don't know. I know we got time. I went past my time. I don't know. I'll just keep talking until I'm ready to quit, I guess. I don't know. I'm getting tired though. I can tell you that right now because I was up early this morning. Maybe like I don't know, a few more minutes. What's going on, Tap King? Thank you for joining the stream, man. Ed left earlier in the stream. He was like first hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. He was on here. So like an hour and 45 minutes, but he had to leave. And I'm going to wrap this up in like 5 or 10 minutes myself. Like 5 or 10 minutes. But yeah, Ed took off, Tap. If you want to replay the stream, you can definitely check it out. Like I said, he was here for like the first hour and a half. No problem, Duke. I'll have to check that. I guess I got some videos to check out. I got some videos to look at. I am freaking hungry, though, which sucks. I hate being hungry at 11 o'clock. I ate a very small dinner tonight. They drafted a defensive tackle or receiver. My neighbors would think the murder's good. Yeah. Same here. If they take Derek Brown, I'm going to lose my shit. It won't be like Daniel Jones, but it will not be. I will not be happy. Hot Nickels, what's going on, man? There's the Method Man right there. The Hot Nicks. What's going on, Hot Nickels? Thank you for joining the stream, sir. Appreciate that. If Soldier left tackle Myles Garrett getting at least 5 sacks, well, they're going to have to help him. Nah, it's all right, man. Late's better than never, right? Who I think is the best OT in the draft? Alfonso Lum, Wills. I think Jedrick Wills is the best in this draft class. Peyton Eli. I have seen the Peyton and Eli rapping. I did see that commercial. Alfonso, yes, definitely Wills. And we got to, hey, man, thank you for all the love tonight, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we'll have to get together soon, my man. Definitely. I'll definitely check out the video tomorrow. And thank you for all the love, man. Brilly. This is always a pleasure, Baddog. Great stream. Thank you for everything. And thank you so much. $2 boom. I appreciate it so much, man. Thank you, brother. He could go to 6. I do think Tua will go past 5. Because I think that Herbert is going before Tua, honestly. Am I the first Red Sox fan to predict the Yankees win the World Series? You could be. My boy Butcher's Block of Patriots Talk, he also says the Yankees are going to be good. But I don't know if he predicted them to win the World Series. If the Giants are set on Simmons, do you want Jason Peters? No, I do not want Jason. I do not want another Nate Solder. I don't want another over-the-hill, beat-up left tackle that gets paid a fortune. I just don't want that. Scott Robinson, what's good, my man? Thank you for joining the stream, sir. Appreciate it. I'll go to 11:15 and then we'll call it a night. So 8 minutes. We'll go for another 8 minutes or so. Let me go over here to the NBA TV. I don't know what these guys are talking about. I'm going to go over here now. Who's my favorite defensive end in Giants history? Leonard Marshall. Big Leonard. I loved Leonard Marshall. No, it's not Strahan, because Strahan was a douchebag at training. I don't like Strahan at all. Strahan was such an ass. I can't deal with it at all. Hot Nichols, man, thank you for the super chat, brother. Really appreciate it, my good man. Thank you. He says, stay safe, everyone. We're taking Simmons. I agree with both sentiments. Please stay safe, everyone. And damn right, we're taking Isaiah Simmons, baby. Let's do it. Let's take Isaiah Simmons. My gain was up there a lot. Damn right, that's better. No, that's why it's not Strahan. Tuck, I like Tuck too, but Tuck was kind of like an in-between guy. He played tackle and I loved Leonard Marshall. Leonard Marshall's like one of the most underrated Giants of all time. It's crazy, but he is. He's one of the most underrated Giants of all time. Who's my favorite center who wasn't Ewing? Hakeem Olajuwon. Probably Hakeem Olajuwon. Or Shaq. How do you not love Shaq? Especially when he comes down here. Shaq Dog says all the right things. You know what I'm saying? Charles Barkley's a big fat ass. I really do miss Bad Dog doing all these... Laker Dog doing all the Laker streams. Was that... Oh, Ron Dane sucked. Shockey was nice as hell, Hot Nichols. All right, Giants Nation highlights. Again, thank you for being here. Yeah, definitely see you tomorrow. And by the way, anybody that hasn't subscribed to the channel, guys, please subscribe, ring the bell, hit that like, and thank you all for hanging out. And Giants fans, Talking Giants tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, this channel with the entertainer Talking Sports. Hope you guys and girls will all come back for that. Always appreciate you all being here so much, man. Thank you, guys. This is true, Alfonso. I still loved him. Ron Dane was horrible, Scott. Horrible. How did it feel when the Giants won a Super Bowl? It felt damn good. Damn good. All 4 times. Felt damn good. Well, I appreciate that, Samuel. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you subscribing. JPP would have been that guy. Yeah, I'm never a huge fan. I liked him, but never a huge fan. Oh, God. DeMontre Moore, he sucked. He sucked. I couldn't stand him. I never met him, though. No. I can't say I met DeMontre Moore. Was the Cowboys cap look like next season? They chewed it up a lot because of the contracts, and it's going to look worse when they have to sign Dak. They chewing it up. I don't like Jason Peters. Yeah, it was. JPP could never stay out of trouble. Who do you think will be the Clelin Ferrell pick of this draft? That's a great question. Blue Jackets talk. Derek Brown to somebody. That'll be the Clelin Ferrell pick of this draft. And hopefully it's not us. Browns, Bucks, or retirement? As far as what? For who? Sports expert I missed. Oh, Jason Peters. I'm sorry. I think he retires. The Browns are going to draft a tackle. They're not going to take Jason Peters. Well, JPP has kind of resurrected his career in Tampa, so I'm happy for him down there. Do I think the Nationals will repeat their title? No, I think the Yankees are going to win. What if the Knicks won in 94? I would have cried my eyes out. I wanted the Knicks to win that so damn bad. It was unbelievable. I definitely hate Flowers more. I can't stand Flowers. Solder's just getting old and just isn't as good. Detroit could take Brown. They could. It's a great call, Knicks. They definitely could. Yeah, Flowers. I hated him. I hated Eric Flowers. Javon Kinlaw. Yeah, that's true, too. Kinlaw and Brown are the 2 best defensive tackles in this draft, Sports Expert. So that's... Yeah, because Flowers was good there because they played him at guard, which is where he should be. Yeah, poor Starks. He was on fire in Game 6, and then he couldn't throw it in the ocean in Game 7. Game 6, man, I'm telling you, if Hakeem Olajuwon doesn't get his fingertips on that ball, Starks' 3's going in, the Knicks win it all. I'm telling you right now. Freaking Starks was on fire, caught that ball in rhythm, squared the shoulders, went up, and I swear to God that shot was money. I swear it was money. You think Chase I could go top 10? That would be a Clelin Ferrell thing. I love Andrew Thomas, Kenny. I love Andrew Thomas. Cedric Jones sucked too. My God. We had some bad draft picks in the 90s. Cedric Jones, Derek Brown, Tyrone Wheatley. They were bad. Luckily, we got Toomer and Barber in the second round. Barber might even been a 3rd round pick. I loved Amani Toomer, Scott. Loved him. I loved Amani Toomer. He's a really nice guy at training camp, too. He's a real awesome guy. Do I know who Miss Slam is? C.D. Lamb's mom? I don't know who that is, Maria. I don't know. I don't know who Miss Slam is. What's going on, Gangrene David? How you doing, man? Hope you're staying safe. I'm just getting ready to wrap this up here in a couple minutes. I liked Ike Hillier, too. Yes, I did. BJ hasn't been good for you guys. Lorenzo Carter isn't that good. Well, no, they had good rookie seasons. They tailed off. They had bad sophomore seasons. Yeah, Reese drafted pretty bad, Alfonso. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Gangrene David. I hope you feel better, without a doubt. Yeah, I didn't meet them because they weren't up here. They left here in 2012. I do think Will Hernandez will be okay. Clowney signed a 1-year deal. He could. Yes, he did, VCJ. Rosen did get screwed over. I think the Wizards will make the playoffs next year. John Wall comes back. Yeah, I think they can. Happy birthday, Mike Green. Happy birthday to you, sir. Happy birthday, buddy. Yeah. Like I said, I haven't been down to training camp in the city, in the complex. But they were down in Albany from 96 to 2012, so I visited them a lot. I used to take my 3 weeks vacation in the summer, and I'd go down there and watch the Giants all the time. All the time. Yeah, I think part of it's coaching, Alfonso. I really do. And I think that part of it was Nate Solder. I think that's part of it too. Yeah, I hate Eric Flowers. Yeah, we got Michael Strahan in the second round. Yes, we did. I think they're both good, Sports Expert. I just don't know. They obviously regressed, but I'm not going to give up on them after 2 years. Miss Lamb is the worst teacher ever. Well, I didn't have Miss Lamb, so I couldn't say that. But what if the Skins draft Wills and pass on Chase? Well, I'd be happy with that because then we're getting Simmons or Chase. Coaching, teaching. Yeah, Shermer was awful. Awful. I do live near the Massachusetts border. Yes, I do. Right on. But Massachusetts about 20 minutes from me. How come I don't like Strahan? Because he was an ass at training camp. He just wasn't a very nice person, man. All right, Gangry David, take care, man. And like I said, hope you're feeling better. Obviously, just hang with him, bud. It gets better, trust me. Would I scream? No, I would not scream. But listen, guys, it is 11:15. I've been streaming for Jedi. I'm just getting ready to take off. Jedi. Well, I'll hang on 5 minutes for Jedi. 5 more minutes just because Last Jedi came in here. 5 more minutes. Are you in Boston, Kenneth? Yeah, if you're in Boston, it is about 3.5 hour drive from Saratoga. Yep, about 3.5 hours. Like I said, New York City and Boston are about the same distance from me. Thank you, Afghanistan. Appreciate that. Well, I'm gonna hang out for 5 more minutes because Jedi's here for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Ray Hanley was awful. Strahan always had his eye out for his next gig. He got lucky to have gotten his ring. Yeah, he did. He didn't want to be a training camp man. Do I think the 2010 Giants are good? The 2010 Giants are very good. The Giants from 2007 to 2011 were one of the best teams in football. If Burris doesn't shoot himself like an ass in 2008, the Giants have a dynasty. There's not a doubt in my mind. No, I don't need to get my sleep. It's early, Jed. I usually stream till 1 in the morning. I've just been streaming for over 3 hours. So, well, you shouldn't talk back to the teacher, but I've talked back to the teacher myself and got sent to the office, Maria, so I know something about that. Do I think we'll sign Clowney? No. Do we still have Michael Thomas? I believe I don't know if he's a free agent or not. I don't know. But Tiki was really nice at training camp, Alfonso. Tiki was really nice. Jets are interested in Kaepernick. I think that's a BS story. Do I think Okudah to Detroit is the closest lot? I think Okudah to Detroit is probable. I wouldn't say anything's a lock, though, Blue Jackets. We've seen this craziness. Cleveland could sign Clowney, Kenneth, without a doubt. Thomas is a free agent. Well, Jedi, you're my lady. Of course I got to hang out a little bit. A lot of guys hated Coughlin. Strahan didn't like him either. A lot of guys didn't like Parcells either. Carl Banks didn't like Parcells. Hosteller didn't like Parcells. If you guys have watched the America's team on the 1990 Giants, none of those guys like Bill Parcells at all. What's wrong with Marcus Golden? I just don't think he fits what they want to do. And I think that they went out and they got Fackrell kind of as a Marcus Golden. We signed Golden to a 1-year deal. So I think that they are trying to bring Fackrell in and hope that he has a Marcus Golden type year. I think Fackrell is just holding a position for the next linebacker. I don't think the Giants want to give Marcus Golden extra years. And then they brought in Blake Martinez. And they're going to draft Isaiah Simmons. So there's no reason for Marcus Golden. Mark my words. Isaiah Simmons is coming home. That's why. What's going on, Svi? Thank you for joining the stream, sir. Appreciate it. Really had a 7th-round running back killing the Patriots in Super Bowl 42. Yeah. And I'm telling you, if we take the 6th-round running back that I want in Anthony McFarland, you could have an Ahmad Bradshaw type of running back in Anthony McFarland. That's your homework, Giants fans. Go watch tape on Anthony McFarland. Tell me what you think. Because that is a kid, I love him late in the draft. I love Anthony McFarland, like 6th round or later. Love him. What do you think of Betcher as head coach of Joe? Well, Betcher's not on the team anymore, TD. Betcher's gone. We got Patrick Graham is our defensive coordinator. Garrett, the offensive coordinator. Yeah, I don't think so either. All right, California. Yeah, you be safe too, man. Chase of the Redskins, absolutely. Absolutely. I think Golden don't fit the new scheme. Yeah, I don't think so either. And again, I don't think they want to give him a long-term contract. Jason Garrett's the biggest addition, I think, Jedi, because of what he's done with the quarterbacks in Dallas. Romo was nothing, and he ended up being really good. And, it was a poor attempt at a joke. I got you, TD. I got you, my man. Betcher was awful. I live by Saratoga, New York. Redskins want to it. You never know. Give us Chase. I wouldn't be mad with that either. Do Cowboys draft the quarterback maybe later in the draft? I don't think they're going first pick with the quarterback. Is Julian Love any good? Yes, Julian Love will be I think Julian Love can play at this level. Where's Ben McAdoo? I don't know. Good question. Okudah or Simmons, who do you think goes to Detroit? Who goes to Manhattan? I think Okudah's going to Detroit. The Giants signed Bradbury, so I don't think, and they drafted a ton of cornerbacks last year. I don't see Okudah going to the Giants. If Simmons isn't there, they're going tackle or trading back. But I think that Simmons is, I think definitely Okudah to Detroit, Simmons to New York. Without a doubt. Betcher suck. Good to see you too, Lou Gora. Thank you for joining the stream. McFarland, well, he's not great. I mean, he's a late round talent, but he could be a sleeper. That's what I'm saying. Watch the tape on McFarland and judge for yourself. McAdoo, yeah, he could be. Queen linebacker, LSU may follow us at 36. Also, yeah, that's what I was saying, Svi. I love McFarland in the 6th round. Love him there. Patrick Queen at 36 wouldn't be bad if we don't take Simmons. I mean, then you'd be going between Queen and Bond if you wanted to go linebacker there. But if Queen fell to 36 and we went line in the 1st round, it's not going to hurt my feelings if Patrick Queen fell to 36. I could definitely take that. I'd be happy with that. But I love as you saw, I mean, I saw you comment on the mock draft today. And yeah, I love Anthony McFarland in round 6. Yeah, that's what I figured, Kenneth. I figured that's about it. It is. It's like, I've been to Boston, so it's like 3.5 hours. McAdoo goes to the strip club just for the buffet. Oof. I don't know. I don't think I'd want to eat any food at a strip club. I'm antsy about possibly moving 4 to 9. That could definitely happen, Lou. That could definitely happen. McAdoo is Shermer 2.0. Yes, exactly. Same thing with Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett, great coordinator, not head coach material. No, I actually think the Cardinals are going to go right tackle. I think the Cardinals are going to go Jedrick Wills if he's there, or Tristan Wirfs. He's also a right tackle. I think one of those two guys goes to the Cardinals. Oh, the head coaching ego not jobbing over his head. Oh, I got you, Jedi. I got you. Yeah, I mean, it could be. It could be. I don't know what the Redskins get for Trent Williams, honestly. Kyler Murray will then win MVP. He could. Yeah, roast beef is probably pretty worn out and old there, Afghanistan. The roast beef and the strip clubs have seen better days. I appreciate that, Kenneth. Thank you, man. Same to you, brother. Same to you over there in Mass. What divisional rival player do you hate the most since you've been watching the Giants? Deshaun Jackson. I say that. I hated Andre Waters, too. God, Emmitt Smith is another one. I freaking hated Emmitt Smith. You know, it could be Emmitt Smith. It isn't Deshaun Jackson. It's Emmitt Smith. I absolutely cannot stand that overrated-ass bum Emmitt Smith. All right, well, he's not a bum. But he is one of the most overrated running backs ever. Oh, he's the all-time rushing leader. Yeah, it took him 5,000 more carries to beat out Barry Sanders, okay? And I'll say this. and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, and it's not because I'm a Giants fan, Tiki Barber was better than Emmitt Smith. Not even close. Tiki Barber was better than Emmitt Smith. He was. He averaged 0.6 yards more a carry. He had over 10,000 yards in 10 seasons, and he didn't become a starter till his third year in the league. He had over 5,000 receiving yards. Tiki Barber's a damn Hall of Fame running back. Tiki was definitely not overrated. The last 2 seasons, Tiki Barber ran for over 3,500 yards. The last 2 seasons, he ran for 1,860 and 1,662. And averaged over 5 yards a carry in both years. Tiki's a Hall of Fame running back. No doubt about it. Why does Tiki hate Tiki don't hate the Giants now. Tiki don't hate the Giants now. Yeah, I appreciate that. California, New York Giants. 45 years old and had the horrible misfortune of living in Oh, God. Oh, yeah, I can imagine, Lou. That had to be awful. That had to be awful. Yeah, Tiki did retire a year too early. Best running back in the draft class this year, in my opinion. Oh, man, it's not a great class. It's not a great class. DeAndre Swift is probably the best. DeAndre Swift, J.K. Dobbins, and I think DeAndre Swift is a late first-round pick, if that. But this running back draft class is not good. But Swift, DeAndre Swift is probably the best, in my opinion. Yeah, I didn't like him either. I feel like so many Giants fans, viewers are sleeping on Dexter Lawrence. I seriously believe he could be a breakout player. I see him being a rush. I love Dexter Lawrence. We were talking about him earlier, Jedi. What's going on, Metal Maniac? Wouldn't that be because Emmitt Smith always killed the Giants? No, I mean, everybody killed the Giants back then. And Emmitt killed, it's just how it is. It's not because Emmitt killed the Giants. It's because they killed everybody. Yeah, Coughlin told him to hold the ball up here instead of down here. Coughlin told him to hold it high. I remember that game against the Eagles. He fumbled like 3 times at like 250 scrimmage yards. Best draft class I've seen. Oh, boy. 2012 was pretty good. 2012 was a pretty good draft class. 2011 was a good one. 2011, 2012, they were good draft classes. Wanted the Browns to take Lawrence. I wanted the Giants to take Dexter Lawrence last year. If he could be as good as Calais Campbell, I'd be very happy. Yeah, 2004 was pretty damn good too, Lou. Definitely. 1983. 83 was a pretty damn good draft class. I didn't start watching I don't know when I started watching the draft. I probably didn't start watching the draft until the 90s, honestly. I only saw one Miracle in the Meadowlands. I'm not that old. I was 2 years old when the first one happened. So 2014, that was pretty good too. Vic got drafted I think he did get drafted in 2000. Hey, I like Tony Dorsett. I got no problems with Tony Dorsett. I have respect for Tony Dorsett. I have respect for the 70s Cowboys team. I just hated the 90s Cowboys teams. I hated them. But, I loved, Staubach. I get on board with Staubach, Tony Dorsett, Randy White, who the Giants traded away Craig Morton for. The Giants traded for Craig Morton for a first-round pick to Dallas. They gave Dallas a first-round pick for over-the-hill bum-ass Craig Morton. And that pick in 1975 turned into Randy White. But those guys are great, man. The Cowboys were those 70s Cowboys teams, like I said, I had no problem with them. It's the name he responded to, otherwise I would have changed it. Oh, Emmett, I got you. Texans got robbed? No, they robbed themselves, man. What made y'all give up on Odell Beckham? I think part of it was, Antonio, that the Giants just didn't want him dealing with a young quarterback. I think that's part of it. I think that I don't think they wanted all the distractions that he brought. I'll be completely honest. And Dave Gettleman absolutely signed him to trade him, because let me tell you something. Look at what the Texans got for Hopkins. Nothing. Now, we didn't know Antonio Brown was going to be a nut job. Look what the Steelers got for Antonio Brown? Nothing. If the Giants did not sign Odell Beckham and try to trade him with free agency pending, they would have no leverage at all. They had no leverage. Zero. Because Beckham could have got traded somewhere and then walked. Who's going to give up anything for that, knowing they could only rent him for a year? By signing him to 5 years, the team that got him knew they had him locked up for the next 4. That gave the Giants all leverage. Smart by Dave Gettleman. Yes, we did have to eat $16 million in cap space. I'm dead cap. I get that. But going forward, that was great. Worst low-key, terrible trade free agent signing, I'm going Wheatley. God. Boy, we had some bad ones. I think the Craig Morton trade was terrible. That could be the worst. Worst Giant ever. I didn't live through the 70s. It's got to be somebody back there, bold sign. Dave Brown was pretty damn bad. Dave Brown was a pretty bad Giant. I don't know, he was pretty bad. But listen, guys, it is 11:30. I've been going for 3.5 hours. I do want to wrap this up, but I do want to thank all you guys and girls for hanging out with me so long tonight. Thank you, anybody new that showed up tonight. I really do appreciate it. Of course, thank Ed Oliver one last time, even though he's not here. Again, if you haven't subscribed to Ed Oliver, the link to his channel is in the description. So please go down there and sub him up. And I hope to see all you guys and girls tomorrow night talking Giants, this channel with the entertainer talking sports. 9 o'clock, we'll obviously talk more about the draft, more about the Giants free agency and everything that you guys and girls would like to talk about. So as always, thank you for everything. Stay safe, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. Until then, guys, it's the Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I am gone. Peace!